to the waviest podcast in the UK.
Waviest.
Real talk, true stories.
Don't know.
You get me? But got another special guest tonight, man. We're back in the office after a little tour and that. You get me? So
We got.
for the new subscribers that don't know about us, just joined in after seeing the little US trip and that. You know what I mean? Welcome to the channel.
Man,
welcome to the thing. You get me?
The other day, I was calling you Mr. Transatlantic.
Yeah. So
Pause.
there ain't no pause on that, is it?
Kind of.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Slightly.
Whoa.
Slightly. But
I hear that still.
you're very transatlantic.
Yeah, but I'm a bad man drinking a bad juice.
Bad
You
juice.
get it?
You don't know.
I'm a bad man drinking a bad juice in a bag. So you
Don't
get me?
know.
You know the thing already. 30. They know the track record.
No, you know what they've decided.
You know what I'm
They've already decided it's not about the mainstream. They're going for the hood, and I respect.
I think
it.
they're gonna
Drink
rebrand,
slaps.
but just to let you know, this
Slaps.
Ray and Nephew smells strong and it tastes good. So I'll big them up anyway.
And
The reason they loaded us up with a whole
Sorry.
load of them anyway,
Yeah.
is because I was chopping up with them, and they heard that we got a special guest coming,
Yep.
and they actually said that they was a huge fan of his,
Yep.
and that they want him to take all the flavors and that and da. So
I was just patting him up.
yeah,
properly.
you know what I mean. They wanted to show love. You get me? They said
Calm.
they like what he's doing. They think and they actually referenced something. They said they watched one of his podcasts where he said that he had such a mad night on alcohol that he's never gonna drink again or something. That's what they said they'd seen, and then it was like, we're gonna make him drink again with this because they're banging, basically.
Makes sense.
Do you get it? So
Makes sense.
Yeah, but I'm a liar.
that's why they did it. They knew.
I'm a full-blown liar.
But first off, thanks for making time and coming through, my brother.
Big up,
Poet in
big
the
up, big up,
building.
big up, big up, big up,
I like
big up,
Poet's
big up,
Corner.
big up,
Paul,
big up, big up,
you
big
get
up,
me?
big
Right?
up, big up,
Sorry about that,
big
man.
up, big up, big up,
And
big
you're
up.
posting that.
Big up, big up.
It's snowing outside, isn't it? Everyone was
Big up,
running
big
late
up.
and that, you know the drill.
Oh, bloody hell.
But nah, I appreciate you coming, bro.
Word.
First off, because you have to, you know what I mean, make time, and that means a lot to us.
Word.
It's nice just joining that. We appreciate you rolling through.
Yeah.
I want to kick it off a little bit different, yeah?
Alright.
Normally what I do is we start with like where man grew up and all that.
Yeah.
And we're touching that lightly because I think you're proud of where you're from. You're someone that I know you to rep that ends.
I was repping. No.
Not like that though.
No.
on a positive vibe. You get me?
Yeah,
Because I feel
I
like
do.
Ferry Lane, bro.
I love Ferry Lane.
Right. There we go.
Ferry
There we go. So you're repping. I feel
Yeah.
like that's a little bit different over there as well.
Yeah.
It's not like a typical gang banging Saturn area. It's more of a unity kind of community area in Tottenham, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? Am I making sense by saying that? 'Cause I've been going there a little while from young and that.
So like when I grew up, there was like almost like a youth club at the pitch area. So I just grew up always in the youth club, and then like there was obviously bad youths, and then there's obviously like cool youths, and then there's so much different types of personalities. But because it was an estate that we lived in that had a school, had a laundrette, had a barber's, had a pub, it had everything in house. So then you just sort of built your own story and your own little thing within this community. So everything was what it was. So you kind of saw how a community or a small world can sort of grow from early. So that's the kind of reasons why I loved it, because there was someone for everyone, innit? So if you was a rude boy, you knew where to go, and if you were like me, just on this cool kid thing, you want chat to gal and play football and them type of things. There was actually a space for you there as well. So it kind of made our estate the kind of safer estate where you could come and just chill out and just like show different sides to yourself. So yeah, that's why I kind of love that estate, man.
That's what I feel about it.
It was lit.
There was a lot of football there when
Bare football.
back in the you man used to love a footy.
Love
man
it.
like Smiler,
Come on.
Tino and Wilson and that over there. Shout out. You get me?
Oh, Tino was some
Yeah,
heroes,
come on, that's
man.
my people, them, you get me?
Serious.
Yeah,
I
come
grew
on,
up
man.
like Chris Bell, my boy Gareth, my boy Tyson.
Man like Ty Snowy.
Who else? There's so much of us, man. Bradley was down there.
Good
my
community
boy
vibes.
Junior, Nana. Yeah, it was proper. I've been trying to open this for 10 minutes, man.
Got you,
That
brother.
Capri Sun, unscrew that joint.
Nah, this one looks broke though. There you go.
Thank you, man. You man go gym, man. Come on, man.
Yeah,
Make
be
it
careful
go
with that
work.
though, it's full up.
Come on.
You get me? Pause. Wait, but yeah, man, that's the vibe man got from it. Though.
Oh, this
Yeah,
thing
you
goes
get
through
me?
as well, but this is
Strong.
strong. Oh, the blood clot, doggy. Setting me up.
Come on, you don't know.
But yeah, I like Ferry Lane because of that. Nice community vibe. And obviously every place has its bad points or has its negative points or what have you. But on the whole, I'm very thankful for all the experiences that estate allowed me to have, I guess.
So growing up over there, would you say that's a lot? It added a lot to your personality and that, like who you are, basically.
Yeah, because
of
they
such a
allowed me
mixed
to be an
culture.
idiot. Like there was like rude boys that would like probably be pissed off with me, but they just allowed me to be an idiot. I was allowed to be an idiot, dance around when all the bad man was chilling at at the shop park, or not bad boys, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
boys that
I
just
know
took
you
life a
mean
little bit more
the
serious. I'm running some B2K, fam, just to piss everyone off.
It's got life a bit more
I'm
serious.
like, woo!
Yeah, I like that.
Like, and it just created a balance. And you know what? They didn't mind. I was harmless. Like, I ain't gonna do nothing. And then most importantly, like, I was big on giving back. So I done youth work in my estate from like 15.
Oh,
so
for real?
at the same time, as much as I was being an idiot, they knew Monday to Friday, like I was, especially during school breaks, I was running a youth club where I engaged with like loads of young people, and I created opportunities for us to go little things like Chesington, and like all types of things. We used Quasar, we used to do dope stuff all the time when we were younger. So like I just always wanted all the young people like in our estate to have dope things to do, because like my dad used to always take me out when we were younger, like all of us. He used to take like loads of the young people in my estate, me and all my brethren, we go to cinema and bare things. So I just kind of wanted to have that type of experience for everyone in Frey Lane. Like we didn't have to just stay in the estate and just do things in the estate. Like we can go off and go and do some dope stuff. So I think people allowed me to be an Egypt because they knew my intention was pure. Like, yeah, I was having a laugh.
Don't do that, man.
Frey Lane was
Don't do that.
I was having a good time, man. So
In my opinion, that's when it ends is actually hood, bro. When it's got the balance of people.
Yeah.
What I find is when a hood's not hood enough, everyone wants to be a bad man, and there's not no normal people there. Where when an area is really hood, like if you was to go Church Road or certain places, they got the community centre, they got the good youths, the Sunday Bible youths, they got the football youth, they got the rude boy.
I hear
man.
that. And
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
it's just that when you take a look in, I can only compare it, and you're probably right. I don't know, man. I can only compare it to Tottenham. Tottenham was a bad area, and I knew there was
100%.
other estates where you couldn't just walk through this, maybe our estate the way you could walk through other estates. You know
Sure.
what I'm coming from? Like,
Sure.
I only got the pass because they knew I was a youth worker, and I done football coaching and all of that. Like, the fuck, man, you ain't getting no stripes here. I got flipping. Come on, man. I got no flipping. It doesn't make sense, man. I got
always get one though. You always get one.
No, people did
You always get one.
I'd be like, fam, what are you saying? I'm like, big man, I'm coaching. I'm probably looking after your little cousin. What do you mean, what am I saying? I'm the coach. What are you saying, big man?
What are you saying, Bleb?
You aren't treating? Take a bib.
You always get one though.
Nah, but it was cool, man. Do you know
It's
what
a bad area though for a small area as well. It's small.
Yeah, it's
You know what I'm
crazy.
saying?
It was crazy. I just think, I don't know. Obviously, when you're in it, you know certain people are bad. But I just think it wasn't more bad people. It was just people made the wrong decisions at times when they probably hadn't had enough experience in that particular area in their life. And they would make bad decisions because people in and around them were probably making that decision as well. So it's monkey see, monkey do. Like, there's not enough education on how to live when you're growing up in the end. So I think it's more poor decision making than bad people.
Yeah,
Do you know
not
what I'm
enough role
saying?
models.
That's from my
Yeah,
experience.
yeah.
People might say you're a madman, and
That's it.
I'll agree. But I'm saying to an extent,
Now, there's a
doing
couple
youth
of
work and
them,
all that,
but
there is a couple madman. I can't
But then there's
lie.
a couple
some
that
man-
follow. You're right. It's a follow fashion thing for a lot of them.
There's a couple of man that are a couple of nuggets short of a happy meal. I won't lie to you, and I'm not on it. But there's some youths that, do you know what, bruv? Like, you see them now. Like, now that we're a lot older, you see them now, and you know they were bad, but they're doing certain things. And you're like, what? You're in property, and I met one guy the other day, and he's a football agent, and these youths were people that you kind of thought were on the cuff, and maybe
Could have
gone left. They could, and they're doing good things. So it's like,
Seen a couple of them on the wing on visits as well.
it's mad, man. Like I said, I think a
Either way.
lot of people, it's just poor decision making than bad people. I don't like to say that. I feel like if you're in a place of privilege and you make consistent bad decisions, and I always say you're a bit of a bad person because you have the option and you have the education exposed to you to the benefits of doing good. But when you're from a bad area and everything around you is that, bro, like, it's just nature. You put a rotten fruit next to a load of fruit, all of them are rotten. So it's just like, I just can't begrudge people making bad decisions in bad areas.
Yeah, for real. It's
You
true.
see nowadays, your estate where you grew up, like, what's it like now compared to how it was for you?
It's not the same, obviously. It's not the same. There's certain things that happen that I guess my age group were kind of privy to. One of the things was in 2012 when the riots happened and it started in Tottenham. I think something, I don't hold me to the numbers, but it was something like 75% of youth provision was taken from Haringey, and then they put more money into police. So then what happens is the area becomes a place which needs to be safeguarded. And if you're safeguarding the area and you're putting money into police, then you have to keep the numbers up to justify having the number. So with less youth clubs, there's more young people that don't have the facilities to do all the things that I was facilitating and Classwood was facilitating and Ken and all of these wonderful people. Errol Brown was sick. Like, there was some dope people in Tottenham. Shout out Colonel. Like, there was some dope people in Tottenham that were really trying to make a difference. I'm thinking, I don't want to forget no one, man. Richard Allicott is one of the best people ever. When you take, and those are people that live in the area, you know what I'm saying?
Group born and raised in that.
Delroy.
They're of the community.
Do you know what I'm saying?
It's not some outside thing where they come to the
not,
job
man.
and go yard again.
Uncle Alfred, like RIP, my guy, man. Like, there's so much people that really were making contributions to the area. And then when you take all of that money out of youth provision, first of all, you leave a lot of people unemployed. So I know bare people went redundant. And then now you just got bare youths that those are the people they would listen to. And now we're just on the streets and they're living up to maybe the stigma or maybe the reputation that they believe that the law has given them, rather than, do you know what I'm saying? Like, I know them to be different because I have a different relationship with them and I try to focus on different parts of their personality, whereas the police are going to focus on the personality trait that benefits them and their books. And I'm not saying all police are bad, I'm just saying a lot of police in that area were just, do you know what I'm saying? They were doing their job, doing their thing because they're employed and they have to keep the numbers up. And it's just, man, it's all a bit fucked really when you look at it. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know who to point the finger at.
Most of them feds, they can't fed the police their own ends as well. So what happens is they come from outside areas, don't understand the area. They're going to be judgmental naturally because they're humans. And they're all obviously like trained a certain way, innit? To like be more like, I feel like police sometimes are a bit defensive off the cuff, and they'll justify it by like when they stop and search you. I've been stopped a few times and they'll justify their way because, we get a lot of shit. We get a lot of this, we get a lot of that. Like, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, 100%.
But then it's like, I hear what you're saying, bro, but you still got to keep the angle humble, innit? Because it's a job at the end of the day, fam. I
think more importantly than it being a job, it's like, I just think any one profession you take when you work with people, irrespective of how you feel that day, irrespective of what your perception of the situation might be, you've got a duty of care to the people you're taking care of because you have a service for people. So you being rude to people at the start is bypassing the service you're meant to provide. Do you know what I'm coming from?
You're starting bad.
You're starting bad. Like, you've chosen to be a public servant to a certain extent. You have to make sure that everybody's safe and feels comfortable. And the moment you walk into the situation with negative energy and you're the person that has more authority, like when it comes down to it, if things go left, you're the person that you win.
You win by default.
So like you walking into the situation defensively, it doesn't make sense. You have more say than anybody because of your badge, and I think that should make you walk into the situation a little bit more calmer. I would walk into it more calmer. But when I walk into a situation where my children are going crazy, I know it's a whole different situation, but I walk into it calm because no matter what these youths say, what I say goes. Like, I'm the authority figure within the situation, whether we like it or not. That's just God's plan. And I just think with police, my nigga, you got the badge. Why you got to walk and throw your weight around? Like, my nigga, you got the badge. The moment you take out the cuffs and you're on some... Man are running, like no one's not really doing anything to fence like that.
You, bro, like
there'll be a couple of cases
here
where
and
some
there.
man shout out the man that are doing their thing in the police. But in all,
Over in
man,
Tottenham
not just in Tottenham, guys. There's a couple rappers I'm respecting their thing. Done their bird outside and doing their thing on the rap scene, my brothers. But yeah, like more cases. I just think police should really take a look at the situation and say, do you know what, man, I could just they should take a look at the way. Take certain traits from certain road guys. I'm not saying like it's all great. What I'm saying is this.
This sounds compelling.
Man, them protect their ends. They're like, this is my ends. I want to respect and take care of my ends. Now, if the police wanted to look at the situation like that, I have to take care of my ends. I just think you would walk into a situation with a different perspective. I kind of think you walk in with maybe the pressure of what you're saying you're hearing at work. Then the perception of the area in which you're involved in anyway, because you're not from it, so you've just got sort of an outside perspective. I think there's so much things in your mind that it complicates something as simple as walking up to someone and saying, what's going on, G, what's your name and how's
your day going?
How's your day? But do you know what I mean? Like, it just complicates that part. And
it does. It takes out the human element.
You're coming in with a shit job anyway.
Do you not think it helped?
Do
you even think it helped relations between civilians and police when they started implementing like ethnic officers in the area? Because when we were kids, generally it weren't really like that. And then you saw when you teenage years, you started seeing man them cropping up. Your local community fed. He's man them. Like he's even giving you the first name. He's trying to relate to you. They tried. Or no? Not really? Bro, they look like they tried? Or no?
Bruv, I had a really mad situation in Brooklyn once. That was the first time that I've had like man them. Bruv, like
Brooklyn.
Different face.
Alright, so it's a mad story. So I've never actually told this story. You just sparked. So basically what happened here is my cousin. They live in East Flatbush, an area called the 90s, yeah, which is like the greasiest part, one of the greasiest parts of Flatbush.
Sure.
It's like deprived basically, but they got a good community, and it's about 90% Caribbean as well. So you got like, it's like being in Halsden basically in a nutshell on steroids. That's like the easiest way to describe it.
Lit.
Yeah, it's mad, bro. Carnival, there's banging everything.
Madness.
But obviously, Carnival week, they try and do like what they call like a gun run.
Right.
So what the undercovers will do is they'll like pull up on random people and whatnot, stop and search and that. But you don't know that they're Jakes, obviously. And then they're basically shaking you down for guns. So no matter what else you've got, it don't matter. If it's a gun, it's a problem. If it's not, next. That's how they move, yeah. So we're in a car, smoking.
Okay.
I'm in the back. Brothers in the driver's seat, my other cousins in the passenger seat. We're just passing around the spliff talking, woo, woo, woo. But the guy in the driver's seat's kind of known for certain things. I know that. Otherwise I wouldn't be in this. I have to know his car I'm getting in kind of thing, woo, woo. But he's a friend of the family. Out of nowhere, cuz, man's high, and I don't even smoke much. I'm here and there smoker. I see someone in the wing mirror running up on the ting with a big strap, yeah? And the man had a shape up and that, cuz, yeah? And waves and that. So I think, oh my God, it's over.
It's a move.
I think it's over, bro. Like, I'm dead. Man's getting moved to because he's a bad youth. Do you know what I'm trying to say? The minute I see
My man's run up to you with a shape up. That is
fam, that is lit for him. Nice shape up and that, bro.
Looks like a movie.
But for me, yeah, exactly. But for me, I ain't never seen no Fed with a shape up and waves, bro.
No, I haven't really seen.
You know what I'm trying to say?
So, more time when I used to see people with a gun.
Yeah.
They never had a shape up. I don't in films. So I'm respecting that. Like, when I watch Top Boy, everyone's looking Chris. I'm like, rah, when do you have to go barbers?
It's very
You
true.
see it?
It's very true.
But obviously, fam,
You're trying to look Chris. For who?
I'm
You know
bro,
what?
I'm
No,
shook.
one thing at a time. No, that's true,
Nah, bro,
'cause
I'm shook, though.
the shade
'Cause
won't give me no days
I'm
off.
about to get killed, bro. Because the youth I'm with is on smoke as well, fam. He's a bad youth, you get me? So obviously, when they say NYPD, hands up, I'm like, oh, thank God. Thank fucking God, bruv. Like, yo,
Yeah,
I
you're
thought he was
relieved.
about to get moved to,
Yeah,
bro,
you're
by some
relieved.
goons. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So when a man said he's feds and that, and they want to search the car and all that, he's worried all of a sudden.
Sure.
I'm not anymore, obviously, because I thought he was just about to get killed, bro. You know what I'm trying to say? But my man starts hitting them with the bars, and we get searched and whatnot. They find the weed, this, that, and the third. But what they do is they put me at the back of the car to question me, and they're like asking me what's in my man bag and that. Why you wearing a lady's handbag? That's what he said to me as well. Buoyed me. Got the Armani man bag, you know what I mean? So they were popping.
Bit of provocation.
Yeah, he's just being rude. You get me? My man said, "What are you doing around here?" When he hears my accent, you're not from around here. You shouldn't be here. And I was like, what makes someone not supposed to be here kind of thing? So we have that convo.
Well, I've heard
and
that
obviously,
before.
you know, when you're more time, you're a bullshitter fed. Like, just, you ain't answering their questions, bro. You know what I'm saying? My man says, what soccer team you support? You get me? And I'm like, it don't matter.
I'm trying to mock it.
Yeah, I thought it was in it. Whereabouts in London you from? That's what he says to me. So I say, but what do you know about London?
Like,
bro?
what
Like,
is
you know
it
what I'm trying
to
to say?
you?
Like, we're in
What's it to
Brooklyn,
you?
bro. You don't know nothing about no London and that. My man's holding the big thing as well, the double handle thing. And he's like, he said, like, yeah, where you from? West London? North London? And I was like, what the fuck? Yo, I didn't know that. You know what I'm trying to say? But the moral of the story is when I see the straps and it's a man them thing, tattoo here, tattoo on the back of his neck and that, like all of that, bro. Like I couldn't believe it. Why he's asking me questions? I was looking at him thinking, bro, you look like man them, bro, for real. Like you look like you could grow up with us and hang around with us and that. But you're a fed.
Them man are
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
that's them feds that are blending into catch, man. Rare versus blending in so that the tugs them feel more like we can get along. Whereas that was more like I'm blending in to catch these niggas.
Yeah, because it's America, innit?
You get me?
Yeah. America's different.
That's the one time though. If that ever happened, I would want to be you. Because you're white. And I've got half a chance to live.
It's me.
Yes.
Me and ASB swapped though.
Did you hear what ASB said? ASB said, yes, it's the police.
Bro. And I'm not gonna
die.
No.
I love you niggas, man.
No, you said it all. I weren't worried. All of a sudden, I weren't worried. Them I worried. Them I worried.
No, fam.
Have you watched the news?
Hey, the story's the story, bro. The story's the story.
Hey, cuz.
No, but you know what though? For me, fam, let me tell you something. Man don't business with no law enforcement ever. So for me to say, yeah, it's the police. Let me clarify why I'm saying this. I'm saying it because the gun that he's holding has two handles, fam.
I hear what you're saying.
It was natural. Like my.
It's not. I'm gonna talk
it was
to the
natural.
fed and
It was
get out of
natural.
it.
It was natural.
I'm
It was
glad
natural.
it's a fed.
I can just be a prick at times. But
No, it's funny. That's funny. That's funny. That's
hilarious.
real.
That's
You get me?
hilarious.
But I've never called 999 in my whole life. Never will.
I
Just
have.
saying.
The guy, I'm sorry, man. That woman took my ball. I wanted my football back. I'm playing with you. It's mad. You've never called 999 for the ambulance.
Never.
Obviously, I've never called.
I've never done that either. Yeah.
Haven't you?
No, I've never had to.
I have.
Not yet. Thank God I don't. You know, touch wood. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Never know, man. But nah, that's not.
Oh!
Fam, even I've been assaulted by police before. Pause as well. Yeah. So I don't like police. But in that one scenario, I'm glad they were Jakes, because I ain't never seen a gun like that with a brother with a shape up and waves run up on me with a strap like that. So I was
Police
like,
have got
fam,
really bad PR, haven't they? Their
especially-
PR
yeah,
team
100%,
is really
fam.
bad.
100%.
See when they do recruitment in the ends, you ever seen?
No.
Camberwell Green, not long ago, they had a gazebo set up outside Golden Grill Kebab Shop, large up the South Londoners. Outside Golden Grill Kebab, they had a gazebo set, almost like when you go to like park festivals and that, they got the little tents.
Yeah.
They had a tent just like that in the middle of the hood, pamphlets, feds, full uniform, sign, like not like be the best, but you know like the equivalent of like be the best, like big sign up, doing their
What's
thing.
weird though for me, like, I'm looking at it like this. Police in every country are going to be different. So let's just take a look at, I'm not going to say to be a police officer is an Egypt thing. Because, I don't know, maybe a police officer in New Zealand is the littest thing in the world. I don't know. But when I look at England, I'm like, all right. The laws in England are not here to benefit black man. Clearly not. And the laws in England are not here to benefit black man. All right, cool. The country is not really here to benefit black man. Cool. So why was I, as a black man, be a police officer to protect this law that's not here to benefit my people? In my head, it doesn't make sense. But if that's what you want to do,
knock yourself out, mate.
because you know what, in the same breath, unfortunately, at work, I appreciate you're going to be a hypocrite. Only because there are money I make. And I can't even begrudge bare man for, like, making money that... I mean, I wouldn't rate the police officer thing. I can't lie to you. You can't really be my brethren if you're a police officer. Like, even though I was there at Carnival, I'll see some police officers like, poet, I watch your podcast. I'm like, yeah, that's the only interaction you can have with me, Chargy. You just watch the podcast. At any point, if you want to have a conversation with me,
Don't do it.
just speak to the TV and hope he responds with something that makes sense.
Oi.
What are we talking for? You've made your choice, I've made
Oh
mine.
my God.
He felt embarrassed. I felt embarrassed for him. But like, yeah, I just don't think you should. I just think you gotta choose a side, man. Like police, I just think you're protecting a law that doesn't protect you. So if you work for them, you're working for the other side. So I don't get why man would even want to join the police force.
I just can't think of a time when I'm on the mat in primary school or high or any time in school, fam, and I'm going, I want to be a police officer when I'm older. I've wanted to be a fireman.
They used to look cool on TV though, bro, when you're really little.
Not to me, cuz.
What TV were you watching?
I ain't watching that one, bruv. You're
Big
on about
man,
the bill.
You're in your 30s.
Yeah.
You're on about the bill.
You're talking about, brother,
Nah,
we grew up and
you
we
know,
saw man
like-
say fuck the police. Like, what was you watching?
You know, like,
and you're from South.
my
as well.
man, you know, like,
I was in the
Any
bill.
sensory, boy.
I was in the bill. I've got footage of
you
it.
was in the bill?
I was in the bill.
You've actually been in the bill.
Yeah, when I was
Nah.
like 14. I swear down.
What's the thing I should
bro,
do?
I'm
with it as
talking
well?
about cops like Jackie Chan and that, fam, and like,
Me, I'm in the
and
bill.
like,
And guess what? I was in the bill.
alright, go on.
I got arrested. Even
Is
in
it
the
you?
bill.
No, he's not even capping, you know.
No,
we might have to
words.
throw this up on the gram.
There I am.
What's that? Yeah, you're young there, you know. Young Pope.
Oh my days!
Hey!
Let's
I
just
was
get-
in the bill.
I'm throwing that
No,
man
that's
out.
cold.
Get man,
That's
it's
cold. I ain't talking about those feds. I don't mean
So
those
the
feds.
thing, you would have watched me
but I mean, like, you know,
get
like-
shift
I
on
like-
TV and been like,
Hello.
that's cool.
No.
You know what?
There
You're
you
my
go.
brother.
I'm being
Hey,
miscounted
good,
now.
hey,
I'm
good,
being-
hey, good, you know.
Fed.
Innit, Jake?
You
Man said get
Jake,
lost
cuz.
to the.
I'm talking about them Jackie Chan cops, them Chuck Norris cops, them cops,
Backtracking.
them cool cops.
Rush
No, I just
Hour.
didn't get a no. Yeah, fuck, no.
Because you know, Chris Tucker couldn't use that script today. That is the most racist script I've ever seen in my life. So now you like police officers
Alright,
because
now,
they're
now the
racist.
clickbait is that I'm
Now
a fed,
you're
I'm a fed
racist.
lover now.
Now you're a fed
we go.
lover,
Alright, cool.
a racist fed lover. Nah, cuz.
So how did you get into the industry, bro? So what was the inroad? Because I remember there was It's a Rap Show. I mean, how did that start, bro? I mean, in fact, before that, there was the music career.
I'll tell you that.
So we had music videos, Channel U, Poet and Scribs. How did that start? Let's just.
Look what you got in your man. Look at the teeth. You're a fed without teeth. Nah, man, you gotta make a choice.
He's the same brother that ran up.
Yeah, the same. Exactly.
The same brother that ran up.
Listen,
you get me? But you got a pod with him.
Listen, I'm trying to pivot. No, guys.
No,
we might have to change. We might have to review the staff. You get me? We might have to review the staff. So, you get me? What are you saying though? You might have to clear that up quickly before you one big man.
Listen.
You get me?
So, Poet.
Hello.
So
welcome.
Before. So originally, I first came to know of you through the music.
Yeah.
Music, but I'm really trying to. You can tell in it. Yeah, I'm trying to through the music. Woo!
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna fill up your drink, Fed.
I appreciate.
You're off duty today. You can drink.
Now I feel like this is an interrogation. Can you ask me a question, please, ASP?
So how did
I should leave like he fucking left A for Africa. I just leave. Should I leave? I can take my drink and leave. Should I leave?
No, I'm used to. Well, everyone's used to black people leaving.
It's getting normal now, mate.
My dad left. Like, everyone
For fuck's sake, bro.
Everyone leave. He came back though, so shout out him.
Big up, Fox. That
nigga came back.
Tried again.
I rate that.
Tried again.
Come on, you have to
did a U-turn, fam. You get me?
Cool.
I should take it.
Yeah, he's back, man. He's back.
8701. Good
album. You know what? Better late than never.
Let me know.
No, sometimes never.
Let me know when I can reinsert myself. No more.
Whoa! Don't reinsert yourself with me, fam. I'm not on that.
Real Jake talk right there, bro. That's real Fed talk.
I don't know. That sounds like something else.
It's mad that we were in blue as well, isn't it?
Oh my god. Nah, man. They're trying to say.
I've got a red juice for real though, car. Get me? It's straight up, lad. Bunda Babylon. You get me? Yo, where's he going from? Alright, let me conduct this, yeah? So, he came across you first over music.
Yeah.
Where's he gone, Frank? He's lost the plot, bro. Alright, he came across you first over music, yeah. And I think I did, to be fair. I think I remember Scribs and Poet being. Was it a duo?
Yeah, it's my G, man.
My
cousin.
Was it actual family as well?
Yeah, it's my cousin.
Yeah. And obviously, I think the first time I've seen you probably might have been Channel U. Might have been Channel U still. But was you on Heat FM? Being around them sides, or how did it sort of come together?
The thing is, it was crazy because I was a consumer of it for time, and like being a consumer of it, obviously everyone done it, but it was the confidence of doing it in front of individuals that took it serious, which was the real crossover. So everyone maybe MC'd or rapped in their estate or in their yard or with a close proximity of people. But then when you had to go and do it in front of other people,
just had to go make a quick arrest.
Brother, trying to shift a couple people quickly, man. My guy, fam. But especially when, like, do you know what was so difficult about grime? Yeah, everybody's reputation was built upon who they were.
Yeah. Facts.
It was all built upon who you were. But then grime had the ability to boost your profile just from music, like just from like people liking you, which meant a guy that's not even a bad man could spit bad boy lyrics, and if everyone gravitated towards it for some strange reason, he got a blight. Some
Very
people
true.
would give him a blight.
That's
some
very
people, maybe not at the start,
Well said.
but eventually, because some people would have bars in grime like they would do. And now you be listening to them bars like, I ain't never spitting shit like that because I'm not doing them things that you're saying, bro. So like, I'm not really on that. So I say that to say this, man. Because of that, it was a difficult journey for me to try and spit because I couldn't say half the things that you would say that would give you the pass of whatever. So that Heat FM was difficult for me. I'll pay £10 and I might not even spit, bro. Because it was peak where man are over there with it.
I know what you're talking about.
And I'm a cheeky guy. I'll grab the mic and try and do my thing, but then it's like, if you grab the mic off certain man and you don't get a wheel or something,
it's weird,
to justify that afterwards is long. I've seen man try to justify it. It's long. I'm not a part of it. So I'll be like, Chris J, yeah, man. And Chris J be like, go. He's like, nah, Chris, man, but Chris is a madman. So I didn't go that way. I actually went the Axe FM way.
Oh,
And,
okay, that's the internet radio.
Yeah,
station.
I
we went
remember
Axe FM way because we understood the internet a lot easier, and it was like we watched Axe FM because of Black the Ripper, R.I.P. my guy.
Oh, legend, man. My guy,
Absolutely,
brother.
and R.I.P. Pablo as well, absolute legend as well. And thank you Axe FM, man, because they gave us the opportunity to build our own little community of people that were fucking with us, which then gave us the confidence for me to go out and just go anywhere and
do your
spit a
thing
bit more, because I had my little place where I was
That's your
honing
base,
my
innit?
craft. Yeah. So we had like Mixed Breed on there. Shout out DJ Mixed Breed. Shout out Scribs. Scribs was in a group called Menace to Society before that. Cool. With like G-Day Jaws and a guy called
my God.
G-Day Jaws and
He's
Hammer.
DJ.
That's my God. This is vintage.
Hammer, yeah,
This
so
is
Hammer,
vintage.
G-Day
Yeah, I remember these
Jaws,
guys.
Scribs. I remember, and then like we were in Ferry Lane. So in Ferry Lane we had Bo and we had Smiler. So like we had a little group called The Click, and then like we were trying to tell Scribs to come over, but Scribs had Menace to Society that were doing pretty well in the world of Grime. So he had to stay where he was really. But then eventually he came over to us. We done Never Gonna Blow. That was kind of good on channel U.
That's
afterwards.
the tune that
That was the one that I saw first.
And that all happened by
That
accident.
was cold still.
Because like one guy came to the estate, like was doing, everyone used to do the DVD culture then. So guy came to the estate, done the DVD, played that beat, which was a DJ Ironic beat. I hate our DJ Ironic. I was like, oh no, Scribs did. Like, can we use it just for a song? I guess we done the song, and then
That's cold, bro.
it kind of
cutting through. That tune was cutting through them times.
yeah, man. Shout out Energy as well. He engineered it. R.I.P. Energy. He was like really integral in a lot of Nux's early stuff as well. So yeah, man. Like, there's loads of people. Sometimes I'm realizing I'm saying R.I.P. to so much people. I'm not
Sad,
even
innit,
here,
bro? I was
man.
just thinking about that, you know. That's what
Shit, like so much people
head,
that
man.
proper helped man throughout this journey. So that's how it kind of started through music. You know what I'm saying? I think Axe FM was a big help for us.
I think at the time I underappreciated it because I was into the other side of what you're talking about.
He was a rap.
Nah, not even. I was grime, bro. Early. I was on Risky
he
Roads
was,
and all that.
He was on Risky Roads for real. Oh my
early,
lord,
fam,
I remember
get me?
that.
Yeah, man.
Proper was.
But I was like one of the only West people that was kind of like getting on DVDs at one point. But me, Dynasty Crew, some of them, and some of SLK would link DJ Eastwood and Kilburn, and we'll go to like Heat Chris J's thing. Yeah. And that's how I met Wretch and that up there.
Oh,
and
sick.
yeah, we would just do bits of go there, and you're right. I know what you mean though. With the Laylo FM in Grove was probably the most ghetto one because they had a guard dog called Zach, and the dog was so big that when it stands up, it's like taller than 6'2" and all that, fam. So if you don't pay your subs, you can't get out. Basically, that's how they used to do it, innit? Like we're not holding the dog for you, fam. If you ain't paid, you get me. That thing in there, people have been stabbed up and that in there. It was a mad station, bro. Like it was greasy. It was all west and northwest clicks. Just come in, set off the set. Do you get me? So I know what you mean when just you know why I'm saying that though, because I don't think that just because you didn't get the mic on the set, you're not a real person. It's greasy out there.
Not at all, man. To be honest with you, I'm being an idiot. I'm a cheeky guy. I will still go grab the mic. I don't care. Like in them days, you had to have a bit about you.
You had to put your chest out, innit?
Yeah, bro. Like you can't. And most importantly, like you're a man, innit? And I'm not trying to say that to like say that you're more of a person than anybody else, but you have your own sense of pride, and I just feel like once you're not doing anything disrespectful, I stand your ground. That's how I've always been anyway. If I've done something wrong to someone, then I've got no ground to stay on, stand on. But there was better times. We've been in radio, I'm going towards the mic. If man are looking at me funny, I'm thinking, my brother, I pay my £10. I'm willing to take the consequences of whatever, because at the end of it, man's just gonna go, to be fair, he did pay his £10. But if I've not done any, like, then of course, man, do what you gotta do. But so that's just the way it was for me, man. Stand your ground, just stand on what's right, and no one will say nothing to you. So them days in radio, man, and you had to. They built character as well. And it built your confidence as well. So like there was times that you didn't even know if you were gonna kill it. Take the mic, be confident,
just do your thing anyway.
Do your thing, fam. And when you get when you get that first will. As soon as you get that first will,
the buzz.
Oh, the buzz!
Oh, it's mad.
Filled with pride, innit?
Bro, it's mad, fam. It's mad.
And the first wheel was fun, Never Gonna Blow bar. So that's when we knew that we can.
Big tune though.
Yep.
Nah, it's alright, man.
It's a big
For the
tune.
time.
It is a big tune.
It was
Looking
alright,
back on
man.
it, it's
It was
better
catchy,
than,
bro.
it's underrated. Looking back on it, to me.
It got the respect it deserved, I think, man.
Yeah, I think I didn't
Yeah.
realise though till later, because you know what? If I'm honest with you, for me, this is the way I see it, and it's just my perspective. Everyone's is different.
Yeah.
For me, your transition into, I don't know what to call it, host, podcaster, media. I don't know the right wording for it, but your transition into that was actually inspiring for people like me.
Okay.
Because I've done music for multiple years, and that, from DJing to spitting, rapping, whatever, you name it. And you're one of the early ones, in my opinion, that done the move and done it well. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but
some people have tried the thing and it don't work, or they're not consistent, or they're not that great at it, or it looks a bit
that's
forced.
what it is, man. Like, do you know what it is? Life, a lot of life is confidence, and with confidence you can get conviction.
Yeah.
And put yourself in a place of love. Like, don't put yourself in a place that you feel you're meant to be in order to persevere. No, put yourself in a place where it's the best example of yourself. So like, even with the presenting and all of that early stuff, yeah, we used to throw gigs ourselves. Like me, my brethren Ruth, and my brethren Junior, my brethren Elroy. Back in the day, like we used to throw events, and we used to call it laid back. So then I used to be hosting my own events, and then I would perform in my own events, and then I would have loads of talent coming down that we found in our local area of Tottenham. And we done like one in Ferry Lane, we done one in the Tottenham ground, and you're having to host, like you're having to host, and you got bare youths and bare little rude boys, and it's to get their attention. You've got to be confident. You'll be, yo, people, I'm to you lot, man. But yo, if you're not here to listen to the thing, stand outside, man. If you want to be on your phone and act bad and all of that, go home, fam. What you got doing it here?
Yeah,
man would laugh, and it's just letting people know this is my situation, and that confidence and so on and so forth is what gives me the confidence to go and do whatever I want, because I'm like, I've tried it, I know that I'm good at it. I haven't just gone from music at the level I was at music and then thinking I can transcend into the level of maybe like being a presenter or what have you. I tried that at the same time, and I've done a lot of groundwork. People don't know how many shows I've hosted. I've hosted tons of shows, you know what I'm saying? And that gives you the confidence to go and do it in other places, so on and so forth. So yeah, the transition is not even as difficult as people think, because at the same time, it's not nothing I don't want to do. I don't do it because I'm like, some people do it as a desperate attempt to be a part of something. I don't want to be a part of something. I just like this, and I'm gonna do it. And I'm gonna do it and frame it so people appreciate the way I would like to do it. So I heard you reference That's a Rap. I made That's a Rap because I don't want to be compared to nobody. I don't want you to say he's a presenter like this person. There ain't no presenter like me like that at that time.
Tell him, bro.
There really isn't, because at the time I'm creating the whole show. I'm telling you what is the hottest talent. I'm finding the talent. I'm finding it in the people to film. I'm doing everything myself. And like, I can point to people and say they were an integral member, like Quazon Matthews, an integral member of.
That's how I found out about him through you.
Yeah, but he's an integral member of my story. Like, really, really helped, because like, he was on what I was on. Like, you have to be on this thing. Let's go and contact this person. And nothing is an impossible task. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to just put the graft in, put the work in, and whatever you want to do, as long as it's married with what you believe people want to see, then there's an opportunity for you to make something great. I just think some people are they just want to be a part of something so badly, they bypass the whole reasons they're meant to be here in the first place. Facts, is to provide a service. Let's make some dope content for people. It's true. So that's what I was on anyway.
Yeah, it becomes clout chasing if it's that way, really. Brother, that's what it is. It's like you're chasing trends and shit like that. You're trying to be part of something just for the sake of it, because it's popular, you know what I mean? Popular culture and that.
And if you're from the era that we're from, I remember when Dizzy Rascal said, "Beg friend, what's that? Never been one."
Never far.
No, I'm not on. You know what? I remember that bus just stuck in my head every day. Like, there's things in life I don't want to be. I don't want to be the person when they phone, you're like, oh, you think I want to be that guy? I'm not on it. I'm just not on that. God forbid, touch wood.
You'll get
I
nothing
don't want to be that guy.
You'll get nothing, bro.
I just don't. I'd rather, no. I'm not that guy.
You'll get nothing like that.
Friend. So when
there's
I see
thin line.
Yeah, exactly. So I can see the big friend-ism when people make content.
Yeah, real talk. I think that's that show for me. Here's a question for you, because I've done the little transition thing myself in a way, so it's similar. I can relate to it. Did you note it? Was there a noticeable difference of people giving you compliments and feedback and big ups when you became It's a Rap rather than being a rapper?
No.
I felt it, so I just think,
No, man, I don't care about any of that, man. Listen, I don't know why.
But sometimes that's direction, or that gives you a good sense of like things are going in a good way.
You know where we're going. I'm telling you where we're going.
We're gonna stop having guests on our show, who have a rap career, We're gonna stop asking the guest about their rap career like I never had one. Alright, we're gonna stop.
Oh yeah, for real. You
no. I don't need your I don't need your pittance.
No,
we're gonna stop doing that. We're gonna stop doing that. I'm on the show. I rap too.
Yeah.
Nigga went. Ah, yeah.
No.
Yeah. I said Fed rap.
Yeah, I just rap about when you. You know what I mean, on the beat and that. Actually.
Nah, do you know what it is? I always just think you should create the direction of where you want things to go. That's it. You can't wait for people to tell you. They don't know what the fuck they want.
It's true, you know.
They don't know what the fuck.
That's a good point.
No one knows what the fuck they want
until they get it.
Until it's popular. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, That's why you got to do rap if you're a Fed, because people might want to.
Alright, moving on.
That was hard.
That was very smooth. Right, mate. Yeah.
No, I'm joking with you, but nah, exactly. I ain't trying to wait for people to tell me what I should be doing in my career. This is mad.
I agree with you.
This is crazy, especially from individuals that are not putting the graft and the work that I've done,
Motherfuckers, mate.
and I'm gonna wait for a comment to tell me what to do. Like, I would never do that.
Yeah.
So, like,
No, but you know what it is though. I don't mean like, as in like it determines your journey or where you're going. Sometimes, yeah, it's the best way I can put it is God gives you what you need, not what you want. And sometimes you want to be a rapper, and then sometimes. No, because I'm talking about myself, by the way. Don't do that, blood. We're not. You get me? Put the cuffs away, right? What I'm trying to say is, yeah, that I've wanted to be an artist for a long time because when I was young, that was my passion, innit?
Yeah.
I put my best foot forward. I would say that I done my thing. I weren't shit as well. Like I done my thing, fam. I could pull up 12 videos, play them now, and people will go like, "Raw, that's what man are doing now." Do you know what I mean? Like I done my thing. Whether you like it or not, or the timing's right, that's a different thing. But with the podcasting or the journalism or the interviews and whatnot, the same people that may have showed love still when I was doing music say different things to me now. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
The thing is, yeah, it's like I don't
and
know.
it means something to me.
For me, I don't know.
It might be what I was supposed to do rather than what I wanted to do. If that
No,
makes
I
sense.
don't look at life like that, man.
No?
Fuck that. Yeah, fuck that, man. I don't give a shit, bro. Like, this is what it is really about, cuz, like, at the end of the day, you need to be harsh and critical of yourself. When we were doing music, brother, and I'm not saying you didn't do this, by the way, like, brother, it could take me sometimes 3 months to write a 16.
Is it?
Every bar is accounted for. You think I'm trying to just throw, but like with podcasts, I just say shit. In music, yeah, the reason why I say it in podcasts is fine, 2 hours, man. Who knows? No one's gonna give a shit about what you said in 1 minute 13 seconds more time. A song is like 2 minutes 30. It's too fucking intimate. It's in your ears. I cannot just throw away a bar. Like, I cannot just do that. Music is something where it's like there's been so many examples of great music. Like, bro, I look at so many journeys within music and I look at the work they've put in. If I ain't put in a fraction of what they've done, if I ain't tried to attack music the way they've done, different cadences, different producers, different styles, like being an honest individual with my own story and really put it forward because I love music. I don't deserve to be where everybody else is. It is an absolute privilege. So I don't know how you look at it, but for myself, if I have not done anything within music, that's down to me and the lack of work that I've put in perfecting my craft, and less to do with what I meant to do. Like, fuck that. I meant to do what I want to do. If I believe I can do it, if I'm taking a look at certain musicians, no disrespect to them, that I don't feel were that skilled, but they've got the work ethic and everything else that's allowed them to be in that position, then what is any different with me? I haven't put in that work. I haven't dedicated myself the way they have dedicated themselves. So therefore, I don't deserve any of the benefits of that or what they've done. Do you know where I'm coming from? So I think sometimes we got to take ourselves out of our own ego. So what that we made it? So what that we spent God knows how much making it, bro? It wasn't good enough. How about that? How about that? The results that you want from it, that is not capable of doing that. You need to work harder. You need to intensify the amount of work. You need to do it differently. Like, some people are not that honest with themselves. They just think, I've made a project, I've put it out. Well, why should my friends like my music? Why? Why should my friend like my music?
You don't have to like any music you don't like. That's the truth.
I don't have to like it.
That's facts.
It's my ears. And I don't like it. Why should I have to like it? Because I've been your friend for 15 years. I don't even like the way you dress. I don't give a fuck. Like, I just got to be honest with people, and that's the best way. And I think that's the best because you know what? Some of the music that I like, my friends don't like the music I like.
I think there's two sides of the coin, though.
For true.
I do think there's two sides of the coin.
I mean, I don't bother with sides of a coin. I bother with progress. There's only one story that will make me progress. Like, if I deal with opinions too much, I do this. But I want to
it's true. But there's a lot of artists out there, like excluding ourselves, there's a lot of artists out there that are worthy of it and put in the work, but it's just not. For whatever reason, it might not happen.
No, they're not. You're making it seem like people are hard done by, bro.
No, not like that. As in, like, in the music industry,
it
is fickle, and there is such thing as like having the right funds behind you, having the right cosign. It's a real thing still. But I'm not saying that you can't make it still. No, but it is a real thing.
No. You've made that a real thing in your mind because you've made it a belief. Do you know, at one point, no one believed you could have a career out of YouTube. I used to say to people, I do YouTube, what's your real job? Now it's a belief, everyone wants to do it. You've said something enough that it's become a belief. I'm telling you, music is a service for people. I don't know what the industry has to do with that. The industry is going to be a smaller percentage of people than actual people consuming music. So if I make music for industry, it's actually a smaller consumption of people, which means there's a smaller pot of money to make and there's a smaller group of people to talk to. Fuck them. I don't want to talk to them. I didn't grow up with industry people. I grew up in an estate of hardship. I grew up in an estate full of drug dealers. I grew up in an estate full of athletes. I grew up in an estate full of affluent individuals that can go far. I grew up in an estate full of people that can change the world. I grew up in an estate full of so much different people. Why am I caring about an industry? I have the opportunity to make a sound for so much different groups of people because I've met so much within life. I would rather focus on that. And if it doesn't work out, I'm to blame. The moment we start talking about a mechanic that has nothing to do with anything, that mechanic comes after success. That mechanic doesn't sign success and make it successful within black culture anyway. It doesn't exist. Everyone that makes it because they were hot. Dizzy Rascal's hot before the deal. Stormzy's hot before the deal. Tiny Temper's got noise before the deal. Chip's hot before the deal. We can go on forever. H is hot before the deal. All these guys are hot before the deal because they're hot with people. And then all that label does is maximizes
Elevates
the amount of people that they're speaking to. But I can give you more examples of people that are not hot speaking to brothers over a course of time that have failed because an industry thought like, hi Lady Sovereign, no Lady Sovereign, today you don't work. And there's so much more, and that's no disrespect to Lady Sovereign. I'm just saying you cannot sell something to people unless you're there. The industry can't make something and give it to people.
That's true.
Especially in culture. Maybe in popular culture where things change so consistently. I don't know. But in where we're speaking, bro, you can't create something fake and give it to them. Because you know what?
Yeah, they won't eat that.
Years later, Nines is still here.
Yeah, they won't eat that up.
Years later, Giggs is still here. Giggs was the person that was blocked. Blocked. What's the name of his name? She's my Gigi now.
Oh,
but I don't care.
The woman from BBC. That diss track.
No. The one he calls out by name.
Yeah, the diss
Jasmine.
track.
Jasmine.
Jasmine. Shani you at the time.
Dotiwala! And she's cool now. I remember Jasmine Dotiwala had a lot of influence and power. And I thought about it the other day because I got an email from Jasmine Dotiwala. And I was like, wow, you're working on a show with the great ZZ Mills and the great Yinka Bikini. What's Giggs doing? Oh, he's in a party with Diddy. This is mad.
Wait,
but once upon a time,
mad.
The belief, like you have, that belief... If Giggs had that belief, he's not in a party with Diddy today. So I'm saying to you, agree with that don't allow that belief because the real power is with people. People have power.
It's true.
Do you understand where I'm coming from? Industry can make a belief, and if the people believe it, then it has power. But the people have to believe it. So focus your energy when you're making the music to the people, and I think you'll be fine. That's my...
No, I hear you still.
100%.
Playing devil's advocate as well because I agree with it. I kind of look at things from different angles sometimes. So I hear but the way you put it, it makes a lot of sense to me.
No, what?
Yeah,
like,
man.
definitely.
I like to empower people. I think people are the best. Everyone, people are the best. I think they're incredible. You go to your local community, just talk to people. I talk to people that come out of Labrook sometimes. Maybe I'm just a bit bored. I talk to people that are in Tesco's. I go to the park, talk to people.
That's a good thing, bro.
Bro,
it's a good thing.
People are fucking
A lot of people don't have that ability to talk to different types of people. That's the truth. It's a skill.
What kind of conversation you
brother?
How's the Ladbrokes conversation go, my bro?
Sometimes, like, I'm thinking, let me go to like Tesco's and just buy some fruit or something like that because I ain't got no fruit. So I've been thinking, let me go to get some fruit. And on my way, obviously, there's about nowadays anyway 250 betting shops on one road.
Straight.
So like you'll see someone come out, and sometimes someone will recognize me and so what have you. And I'll have a little convo with them because I'm really interested in why they spend so much time in a place called Labrook's. But it's like, that just looks like if you change the words, broke lad. So I'm like, everyone's staying there. So like, why do you want to stay in there? And it's like, what's so good about it? Like, to me, this looks like a terrible environment. It has a carpet.
Who has a carpet in it in 2022, fam?
It's not even that. Like, how many venues do you go outside and they have a carpet? I've never gone to a shopping mall with a carpet. I've never gone like carpets are meant to be sent for like YSL or like Prada or I go into Gucci or Premier. Ladbrokes, brother, get out, man. It has no business having a carpet.
Labricks
No
have tiles.
business. You know when you go to your nan's house, take your trainers off, you go on the carpet. I don't feel that way about Labricks. This is bad advertising. I'm sorry. Labricks needs to have a cold wooden floor, not a carpet. I think it's terrible.
It's too inviting.
Yeah, it's too inviting. People are feeling comfortable now. Man, I got hot coffee. Why are you staying here? It's got a carpet.
Carpet.
That's the plan, you know. That's the plan.
Everything's
Give you a homely vibe. Keep you in here half the day.
There's TVs everywhere. You can't even get your head anywhere. Like 1 minute is football, then there's fucking horse riding over there. I just like. Why do you like it? Some people have some interesting stories though, man.
You're a layered individual though, because you've got that thing where like,
Facts.
you like the broke lads thing's hard first off, so you're definitely a rapper as well. That's hard. But also, you know what it is? I think you. One thing I've clocked about you, we've bucked each other many times in like little shisha lounges here and there, mutual friends, good vibes, good.
They're
energy
amazing,
and
by
that.
the way. Do they have any more?
Yeah, bro. Can you grab mine another one? Yeah, come on, bro.
Let's keep drinking.
Let's keep it flowing. You get me? It's on. But you know what it is? I've had some like vibes with man where it's like we've never even. Sometimes we rarely spoke about industry, you know, ever.
But there's no need for us.
No,
Thank
exactly.
you.
That's why I respect it still more.
Yeah, no
Because some
need
people they don't know how to talk, but you know how to talk properly as well. And I think that's one of your life skills, bro. That you know how to communicate with a wide range of individuals, different types of people, which a lot of people struggle to do, even coming from certain ends, and that some people don't know how to get out of that. You know what I mean?
But I was saying, but it's crazy. Sorry to cut you because you said
cool.
like industry, and it's like I was saying to you before. Like I've done this for so long, there wasn't an infrastructure when I started doing it.
Straight.
So when people talk about an industry block, I'm like, but that can't exist because it's like, no, it doesn't exist to anybody. It exists if you make it a belief,
in your mind.
and then all of a sudden you start trying to shape your business to go against everything that you believe to be the thing that is not going to allow you to go.
Yep.
And then them beliefs are not really built in anything real. They're just built up in your mind and your personal experience. So then you start doing this whole new thing framed upon an absolute bag of bullshit. And then it doesn't work and then you blame everyone. But I'm like, no, there's an actual way to do this thing. There's an actual way, just like in school. There's a way for you to pass your GCSEs. If you don't do it, you're gonna fail. You can't blame anybody else but yourself. There's a way to do this thing. And I just believe, and I'm gonna reiterate the point. If your product is for people, you should be more concerned with the people you're speaking to and engaging with than anything else. Because if I'm concerned with who I'm not talking to, that means I'm ignoring who actually cares. And that's the equivalent of having my children in my house and ignoring them and talking to people on the street and ignoring my children. Then my children turn like 20 years old. They're like, fuck you, then I don't want to talk to you. And you're like, but why? But why? Like, nigga, you only spoke to people outside. And it's like, I feel like music is your child. Talk to your child and talk to the people that care about your child. If people don't care about your child and you're talking to them, that's when you fall into the industry trap and the industry block me. Why do you care about them? It's a con.
Facts.
That's my view.
When I was a fleggling rapper back in the days.
Let them know, fam.
Yeah, when I was a fleggling rapper back in the days,
I remember your tunes.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
Don't say that, man. That's if you
You
remember.
can find me in the police office. You can find me with the
precinct.
feds.
In the precinct. Yo. Well, they used to drive Vectras, isn't it?
Woo!
I
I thought he was gonna say like routine check. I didn't take this route to be checked. I was like, I thought that was the move. I thought that was the move. But
50 Cent had how to rob, you had how to shoot.
I'm not gonna make it to the end of this without everything I say getting twisted back on my other. Is it mad? Cool. What I was gonna say, poet, basically is that when I was a fledgling rapper in a past life,
Let them know.
I didn't see it how you just outlined it. But later in life, I started managing a rapper who was a younger friend of mine who I thought, you know what, it didn't work for me, but I reckon I can help you. And everything you just said was the battle we had the whole time. And ultimately, I think that's why we ended up parting ways, because I was saying exactly what you just said. And we went back and forth for about 2-3 years, because all the artist was concerned about was what his future peers are going to think. And I remember saying,
Sounds like a sad place,
for
man.
2-3 years, I said, go for the people.
I'm just like, do you know what it is? It's in anyone. Man, I had to coach a football team for Christ's sake. Like, when you're coaching a football team in Ferry Lane, in Tottenham, Broadwater Farms got the reputation. Meridian had some good footballers.
Yep.
MPK obviously had some good footballers because they had the massive pitch over there and they had some dope footballers that play for Arsenal and all sorts. Burlington had no reputation. Right. So what you have to do now is a belief. I have to create a belief that I can do this.
Yeah,
and my whole belief has to be aligned with something real. So I have to have substantial things. So I showed the people, this is what I have to offer. And if we do this very well, this is the next step of what we can do. And some people wanted to go and play professional football. And I worked with some really, really dope people. And
that's big.
I say that to say this. There's loads of people it didn't work with. But it wouldn't have taken me 2 or 3 years. Because I need to know why you're here. And I know why I'm here. So if me and you were here for the same reasons, that means that we shouldn't have any problems with where we're going. Because we know why we're here. The moment where we're going somewhere and you don't want to go there, but this is why we're here, then it's like, then we're here for different reasons. Where do you want to go? But I've told you we've always gone in this direction. Do you know what, my brother? One love, fam. You go where you're going. And I'm not going to have an argument with you about where you feel you should go. Like, no problem. You go there. It might work out for you. It might not work out for me. I don't know. But if we're on the same path, it 100% works out. And I think that's why I think people go wrong, because people see something in somebody. I used to do it. I done it a lot when I was younger in football. I used to see talent in people, and it used to break my heart. There's a guy called Tristan, one of the best strikers I've ever worked with my whole entire life. And he didn't make it pro.
He should have.
He should have made it pro. There's a guy called Mustafa Dumbai from MPK. He made it pro, and he's an absolute incredible player. Syed Centane should have made it pro. I remember, unfortunately, I mean, some of the biggest regrets is I have is trust in other people that didn't have the same vision as me. And I think one of the biggest things I learned, and how harsh life can be, and I'll never forgive these people ever, because these are the people I love. It's from my area. These boys had the opportunity to go play for QPR. 3 boys, Leroy, Vision, and I think it might have been Stephen Badu at the time. And long story short, they were told they didn't get any interest after the game, but the manager was looking for them and trying to contact them, but the person that I was working with to get them the trial, so on and so forth, didn't see a financial opportunity, so then didn't let them go anywhere.
Wow.
And my whole thing to these guys is that we can make it pro our way. Like, we lost 3-2 to fucking Dagenham and Redbridge, and they had 7 first teamers playing. This is real life. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, shout out Ada, shout out Chris Bell. Like, these lot know Fabian Sims, who's got past the Meerkat now. Like, this is real life. I'm not lying to anybody. This is real shit that we used to do. I used to properly be in the world of football and work hard. But when that happened, it broke my heart, and I just couldn't do it no more, because it just reaffirms that if we're a community and we're all in the same place, look how far we got to even get the opportunity to have QPR, take a look at our players, and we were all on the same path. But the moment that you're going in the direction that you don't want us to go, now we were never talking about going, the whole thing shut down. What the fuck for?
Sad,
like,
innit?
We could have just got no money from this. We could have let 3 youths from their ends go, and then their story is something that their reputation, all of that, is something we can finance off. We can then go, we've done it, we have the contact, and now we can take a look at the next talent. And if we want to say to them, look, we can't do this because we need to finance our lives at the same time, we just need a percentage of whatever, then fair enough. It's a fair exchange at the end of the day. We've put in work, we deserve to be compensated for it. Facts. But when people are coming from nothing, do you know where I'm coming from? So again, make sure you're on the same page as people you're working with or anything otherwise. And make sure, like I said, and make sure it's for the people. I'm telling you, the strength in people.
Man, rate that though. Fully, like, wholeheartedly.
Yeah, man.
I think sometimes poet is very passionate.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, and you could be misunderstood at times. You get me? No, you could be misunderstood at times. Some people like don't appreciate real sometimes, and that's fake people, you know. Sometimes they don't. Some people, the truth hurts some people, you know.
I don't think that they don't appreciate it. I think the people that don't recognize it are not from our community. The people that do recognize it from our community didn't like that type of person in the community anyway.
Right, got you.
So I could never speak to them.
And
I have an appreciation for that. I'm not upset that I'm never going to speak to someone that I wouldn't have spoken growing up, or someone that has not been around me, or not been around a character like me. There are plenty of characters that are from communities like me that are putting hard work into trying to help people, and sometimes feel a little bit shortchanged, so have a sense of passion where they're like, why the fuck are you so selfish? Like, don't you understand? If you was just a little bit more like, we can all go. Whatever you want out of life, you can achieve if you are part of a community, because you all go together. And the most important thing that I think is, because we're from a country where we don't have much, if you try and go by yourself, you go alone, and you're with a bag of strangers that you don't recognize, and you're 50 years old looking around, and all the people
awkward.
It's just, I don't want to be that guy. I'd rather just grow slowly with a group of people that I know and love and get to the place I need to get. And if I excel quicker, then we find ways to fast track people. That's what I try to do. But, all right, cool. You're sick. Boom, let's fast track you. Let's fast track you.
Yeah.
And just try and help the community, because I just think,
Yeah.
just if I don't know what people want the world to look like. But if you want the world to look great and you have great people around you, then try and incorporate them into your world, because your world might be the world that everyone begins to witness. And I'm just like, go for that. So that's my whole perception behind it.
No, it's making a lot of sense. You're a leader in your own way, basically, that means, because you've come from managing a football team that's still rough off the block and that as well. And that's hard in itself. There's different personalities, but you enjoyed it, you're passionate about it, you had fun. But ultimately, you see the vision sometimes probably before others. And it's making a lot of sense, because rapping... Think about, I'm going to break this down to you. Think about this, yeah? When you was rapping, like you said, you was rapping about your reality, not fake shit.
Yeah.
Now, that's commended in 2022. Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, you can think of like millions of artists that get love for being real to their thing rather than faking it and trying to be rolled and all these things, yeah? Then you've gone on to do like a self-produced show and say that I'm going to make money off YouTube, and everyone's like, what are we talking about, blood? What's YouTube kind of thing? Do you get it? So that's before his time as well. Then, like, let's be honest as well, between like you and Chuckie, I would say you're probably like the first, I don't like the word urban. The word urban's weird, yeah? But I'm going to say urban because there might have been like
Some
random,
mobile
like,
word.
yeah, there might have been some random, I don't know, like,
Well, the
white
first
people
podcast
thing.
to generate some real interest within this scene.
Yeah, that's a better way to word it. Yeah.
And that could have been to do with my profile at the time, which helps you, whatever. There was loads of reasons, but we are the first. And do you know what, to be honest with you, at the end of the day, I've only taken... And I appreciate that, but I've only taken knowledge from my community. So football, I wouldn't have learned how to do that if it wasn't for Errol Brown, if it wasn't for Classford Sterling, if it wasn't for Colonel, if it wasn't for Broadwater Farm, if it wasn't for the opportunities that Bath gave me, if it wasn't for Meridian playing games against us, shout a triplet, shout, like, I wouldn't have been anything without them. I'm just the biggest individual that may have done it. But without them, the people before me, I ain't no one to do anything like that. Even down to That's a Rap. Without Quaison Matthews, that don't happen.
Yeah, like-minded individuals.
Do you know where I'm coming from? That's why it's like, I can be happy that I'm the person at the front of it that gets the attention, but I'm fully aware I'm part of a car engine.
Team player.
And if you take something out of that car engine, we can love the engine. Oh, it could have cost us 25 bags, but guess what? The car ain't moving because something else is out. So we need that part as well. So I appreciate the position I'm in. I appreciate everything that's said, but there's certain people around all of these things that I can't say. Do you know where I'm coming from? I've just got the sense of mind to keep going, and I keep going, and I keep. It doesn't matter what it's in. I just keep going. So then eventually you go, this nigga just don't give up. But there's
tenacity.
I'm not gonna give up. Do you know what I'm saying? But again, it's only through my community.
But often, bro, there's normally like leaders of communities and in groups and stuff where they have a certain persona and an image and people. But what I've learned as I've got older is sometimes the leader isn't the rah. Sometimes it's the cool guy that directs everything and links people up and leads in a whole different way, bro. Like, you might not have realised it, but your managerial skills from working in a community and football team and a youth worker and that, you might be leading in a whole next way, and people don't even clock it if they're not observant enough. So that's what I meant by that. It ain't no so shallow thing. It's like deeper thing. Like, so, bruv, I ain't even gonna lie. I've got bridges that are way more old than me, way realer than me, way more reputation than man. And bruv, at times they probably think they're the leader. But there's probably times where like man said, come with me, I'm gonna show you a couple things quickly and that, come, this will be good for you and that. And then,
I feel like,
you know what I'm trying to say though?
No, I hear you. I just feel like I feel like we're all leaders. I feel like all of us are leaders. And I feel like depending on what your general interests are or what you're good at is where you're going to lead. And I just think the moment we realise that life is a massive scale of things, and there's loads of opportunities and there's loads of chances for people to lead at certain times, and there's times that people have to follow. The moment we all understand that, then we all understand that we're a key component of this thing called life. There is no one leader. We all have to lead, all of us, and we have to know the parts that we have to lead, so we know when to pass the baton and go, all right, it's not my goal now, it's your goal, and you're aware of what you need to lead. The moment, I guess there's maybe someone to survey it and to overlook it, but I just believe that if we all understand the task that we have to do and we complete it, this is a mad ideal, I'm fully aware of it, then we ain't gonna look to no one to lead. Like, we look to people to lead. Like for example, in my household, I know what my dad had to do. I would look to him to lead that situation, whether it would be the person that would give us fun and he would take us all out. That's his job. But I know my mum was the I'm coming down to school to bad up the teacher and I'm gonna cook the food and do you know I'm coming
Might
from?
be the real leader.
I knew I had to clean the whole house. It's just the way it was. I had to clean my mum's room, my brother's rooms, my room. I had to wash all the dishes.
Sunday's peak, innit?
I have to do it. I have to. That's my part to lead. Do you know where I'm coming from?
Facts.
My little sister had to do her school books. Like everyone had different roles, and it's like no one
Ecosystem.
role. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
I get it, bro.
no one system is more important than the other. So yeah, I like to big up my team.
But that's when you really become a true individual, because you have to acknowledge that not everyone can be the doctor, the heart surgeon, the dentist. But if you don't want to be if everyone don't want to be the heart surgeon, who's surviving? You know what I'm trying to say?
Brother,
you get what I'm trying to say, fam? Like,
one time,
cardiac arrest everywhere, blood.
Me and Jammer were talking, and Jammer was saying that at one point, and it's not to talk his business like that, but Jammer was saying at one point he was just a little bit confused and he didn't know what he needed to do. I can't remember what exactly, but Jammer's like one. Jammer is so intelligent, I'm telling you. More people are beginning to see it now, but Jammer is a genius, bro. I can't lie to you. He's spoken to me now, and he said to me at one point he was confused. He spoke to Julie. And Julie, she's incredible, fam. She just said to Jammer, stop being concerned about why you're in, stop being concerned about playing a position in the car. Like, think about the position you have for being in the car in the first place.
Yeah, why are you even there?
Like, why are you round the table? Like, why are you here? Focus on that.
Gangster.
And it made Jammer see, I guess, maybe more value in what he offered. And if you take a look at the things that Jammer's doing today, like, shout out Jammer, we just done I think he was in a museum.
Yeah, Grime Museum.
Saw that with Risky Roads. And like when you start acknowledging the powers that you have, the places that you can go, man. I can't lie to you. I keep saying, it's why I know the leader thing is, but when people realize the power that they have and the lead, the things that they can lead, it makes you realize, wait a minute, we're all kind of leaders, isn't it? In our own right, and we've all just got different responsibilities, some greater than others. But guess what? Without them, we still can't do what we need to do. Do you know where I'm coming from?
Well, a leader needs a good team.
Yeah, bro.
Loyal, smart, people that challenge you as well, so you can think again about what you're doing. Take a step back and you get me reevaluating that. So I get that, fam. That makes sense.
And then you can enjoy life, get hair, have there, beautiful girls.
Avoid the feds.
Avoid the feds. I haven't done a good job today, but yeah.
Don't never escape.
Right. So yeah, man. But yeah, man. That's what I don't know. That's the one thing I like to let people know. We need each other, man.
Talking of being like early in the podcast scene with you and Chuckie, with the HC podcast. How did you two meet, bro? Like, how does that happen? I know Chuckie's from my way.
Yeah.
How does that even happen?
So shout out Ara. He had this platform called Jump Off. He probably still has it. And Jump Off was this thing where I was introduced to it by seeing Professor Green like battle people all the time.
Oh, King's Cross.
So I used to go Scarlet, King's Cross. Ara and his brother used to put on a dope event. Everyone used to go there every Monday night. And then they had like this thing where they used to do Jump Off debates.
Yeah, I remember that.
And Jump Off debates, and that's where I met Snip. Shout out Snips. He's in America killing it now. That's where I met Chuckie as well. I met Lala there. I met a few people, and like I guess my character is I always come with people. Anywhere I go, I'm not only nowadays, obviously I'm a lot older, so everyone's. But back in the day, I'd come with loads of people everywhere. So
he's got the Tottenham mob with him.
Always have my boys with me, just for creating a little vibe in it. And most importantly, it allowed me to be the person I wanted to be, because I had a group of people that would just find it funny. It was like kind of smart at the same time. So that's where I met Chuckie. And the first time I met Chuckie hated my guts, because we came in and we had to go and put a bag of sticky things on the wall to talk about various different individuals that we thought were the best people of the year or some type of category.
Okay, I get you.
So I came in the room and I took everyone off the wall. I said, let's start again now that I'm here. And it pissed everyone off. But I didn't care, because in my head I saw everything as content. It was nothing personal. We're filming a video.
Which I respect. Like, again, ahead of your time. People didn't used to do that.
Do something, because nobody knows me here. How do I introduce myself?
To the room.
And I used to love back in the day, there was like, I can't remember who it was, but there was an individual that used to do plays. It was around the time like Romans. And there's a guy that used to have the drop the pants theory, where he used to start a play and the first person used to drop their pants, and then everyone was attention. So I always used to take that theory and put it into my work. Like, what is my equivalent of dropping my pants? Like, how do I get everyone's attention? So when I came in the room, I looked at everyone, all civilized, having a nice conversation. I thought, fuck this, I want problems. I just took everything off the wall.
Bring the smoke on.
Everyone just started, who's it? And they have an opinion on me. And I say that's the beautiful thing about a life. An opinion can change, but when you have no opinion whatsoever, you have to build that. So I was like, I'm going to make you lot think you hate me. And then like 4 or 5 episodes in, everyone's like, "Oh, he's so sweet, really." And it's just
he's
like,
a nice guy.
I have to build an opinion. If I just came in and just done the nice thing, you just go, "Oh, he's a nice." Scrap that.
Yeah, you don't
hate me, but you don't hate me. Yeah. How can you hate me? You don't even fucking know me. You don't even know me 1 hour. Yeah. The day was 24 hours. After 1 hour, you decided you hate me. No, you don't. And then you realize it's just all entertainment.
Yeah, but you clocked the thing early. That means that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, Chuckie hated me, and then like now we've got a podcast. So like off the back of that, Chuckie just saw like Yeah, and I was broke them times as well. So sometimes I'd be walking home like from King's Cross all the way to Tottenham.
It was a long walk.
So a long walk. But Chuckie would just see like this youth does not give a shit about.
Yeah, you're very tenacious, bro. And you're real, like raw, uncut, unfiltered.
I was proper broke, I was lit still.
You know what? Yeah.
cheers to fame and fortune. You know what
when did the career of poet mean that poet could just be poet? Poet don't have no 9 to 5. Poet don't. He's not a postman in the mornings or anything like that. He's
never done any of that.
Poet the postman.
No, I'm just saying. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because a lot of man, nothing to be ashamed of. I'm ashamed about.
That's funny though.
People gotta pay the bills while they're doing the showbiz. You know what I mean?
It is. I had to be honest with myself, innit? Like, I'm with my mum. I'm living with my mum. I said to my mum, "This is what I want to do. This is what I want to do." I had worked as doing youth work my whole life.
Okay.
So I never had a 9 to 5 barring the part-time job I had for 2 years working in like a Shelley shoe shop in Covent Garden. But apart from that, I ain't never worked no 9 to 5. I ain't worked no office. I ain't done any of that. So I conditioned my mindset to say, this is what I'm doing. And like, you have to free yourself of ego. That means when all my brethren are going to Miami and they're partying and doing all of this, I'm broke as fuck. I'm walking in the same crep that are too small for me. I've got like, I'm wearing shorts in fucking winter because I can't even buy jeans.
Acting like you want to wear that. Like,
nah, I told niggas I'm broke as fuck. I didn't give a shit. Like,
straight.
I had savage dad, bro. I didn't give a fuck, bro. I was in job center.
Real one.
I was in job center as poet. Like, I'm doing that's the rap going job center. Like, I ain't give a shit. Like, we're outside. What the fuck?
Okay, you know.
What's the point? There's no point lying.
No, was you poet?
Nah.
I'm doing that's the rap. I'm going job
Okay,
center.
JSA quickly, yeah. Come on,
And I didn't. And I would put it on my fucking like.
But they owe you that though.
No one owes me anything.
No, the government owes you that, man.
Oh yeah, in that sense.
Yeah,
I didn't give a fuck.
In
my head, I know who I want to talk to. My brand needs to talk to my brothers. If the moment my brand talks to a group of people I don't understand,
it's weird, isn't
I'm gonna slip up. It's weird, because I don't know that role you want me to be. But the brothers in the hood, I can go job center. They'll be like, yeah, my cousin goes, and it's just, it made sense in my head. I was like, that product makes sense in my head. It has to be relatable to life because then no matter what, if I fuck up, my brand is not perfect. My brand is not to be perfect. My brand is, this is just a man that lives in. You might know someone like this, and that's what I wanted my brand to be, because I used to watch Simpsons and I was like,
makes sense.
Bart doesn't change his uniform, doesn't change his attitude.
Even Homer
he is who he is. All of these guys didn't. I used to watch it and be like,
good fact.
fucking hell. And none of these people change. I used to be obsessed with my other kids. Junior is just the character of Junior. I'm like, if I'm gonna put myself in front of a group of people, I have to sustain a character. I have to figure out who this character is, and I have to exaggerate it. So that's all I did. Now when I done Poets Corner, I wore my work uniform. That Tottenham thing is my work uniform. Every single episode, I wore my work uniform.
I forgot that, you know. I big you out because I forgot Poets Corner, you know, for a second.
Like,
my bad, bro.
All of these guys work. Everyone had the same clothes. I was like, I need to have the same clothes. So then you then go, that's his work. Like that's how I know Poet. So if you see me on the street, you're like, there has to be Poet because he's got the same clothes I saw. Everything had to make sense.
No, bro, you're nailing it.
That's like a Doug Funny thing still.
Like Doug, like you know, most people just wore the same shit. How can I put myself in front of a group of people working this job and not follow the same metrics? Like even the Power Rangers wore the same colors. So I was like, that has to make sense. So I just did that shit, and then like I built a character that way. So like I said, when I went job center, people didn't give a fuck.
Funny, bro.
People laughed.
That's real, isn't it?
Yeah, people like, what you doing in job center? You broke? I'm like, big man, I'm saving up to be broke.
Straight.
I said you're not even there yet. You're not even there yet, brother.
Practicing.
I feel you're paying for me.
I'm going Morley's.
Hey. You get right now. It's one piece of cheese on whatever toast is left in the can, innit? Yeah,
you know
man. I hear that still, blood.
So
it gets like that.
I just felt like
That's when you know you're from the ground, from the mud. You know what I'm trying to say?
But the beauty about it means that I
Heating
can
ran
be
out.
poet. Like poet can be whatever he wants.
100%.
If I made the brand something that has to sustain a particular lifestyle.
Yeah.
When I finally got the lifestyle
Yeah.
behind what I done, I had people that said to me, "Poet, I was with you on your BB, fam, on your BlackBerry when you gave out your
Long
pin,
time, yeah,
and I
long time.
used to see you go another day in job center and put your status." He goes, "Now you're like in LA, like I can't believe it." And I used to be like, I used to read their messages sometimes like, fucking hell. Like that's who I want to talk to for the rest of my life, because they will understand that life ain't always great, you know. Sometimes it's a bit shit. So
because a lot of people will never be able to relate to that. That's why.
no,
as
of course
well.
not.
Yeah.
People make a campaign about bad things, and then they
Yeah.
want. I don't want to make a campaign about bad things. I've done it twice. It stinks.
Remember they moved to the job centre than LA and all that shit though.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Like, the job centre's more relatable than LA,
No, but
Dubai, and all
but
that.
you see when you made the point earlier, how it's like we're in the UK. You know, you made that point, and I get it because you know I go over there a lot and that.
Yeah.
Bro, that will work in America a lot more though. What you done?
Of course it would, because
over there it's
Scarface,
Yeah.
and all of that shit. Of course, but
real,
do you know
fam.
it was. It's
In
still
England,
real
people are
to,
a bit.
but it's
Sometimes
real
a bit,
to people that I'm following. Like I said, to you,
From
I'm
your
more
hood and that,
concerned with
your people
who's
them.
paying attention to me than who's not.
Yeah.
Because the moment you say, it's like, for example, when they tried to cancel me on the net, I've got bags of people, like, you can't,
do
people
it.
couldn't believe it. Like, I got
They
fired
can't
and
do it.
hired in half an hour. Rehired in half an hour because
I love
you
that
can't,
for
you can't, do you know what I'm saying? Because I'm just, I have to be
The
honest,
network's
I'm carrying
serious.
my people, you know what I'm saying? Like, and
my community's got my back. Frank Lucas shit.
That's
and all
the
that.
I couldn't believe it, fam. That
Like the
cheese,
turkeys and that.
brother, I almost cried that day, fam. I couldn't believe it.
Whoosh.
That's all I wanted from my work, you know. Like to just, you know, like when you grow up, rappers just want money, respect, and power. And it's like my equivalent was, I want my community to respect me. I want to make enough money to do what I want, and I love women. Like that's it. I'll be listening to Future. That's it. And like, that's what's going down, man. We're here.
So,
Cheap,
nah, you've
cheap, man.
you know what? I think just as known as you are for the work you've done yourself, I think obviously you've had like legendary work you've done with different partners along the way as well.
Yeah.
Obviously like Alhan and Vuj and
Yeah, man.
and it's like do not even your opinion. I'm curious about the people's opinion because I know obviously you're not stush. Fans see you, they can chat to you. You're not. Yeah, I'm right. And
Yeah,
assuming
I
that is
don't
what I'm saying.
agree
You're a
with you,
people
no.
person and that. Like whose work, partnership wise, do the people most gravitate to you for? Who? You understand what I'm saying? Like the people.
Everyone.
Is it more the poet and Vuj work or the
All of
Alhan thing or the
All of
Chuckie thing? All of them.
All of it, because all of it speaks to different types of communities of people that are just cool. Like with Alhan, like I'm from Tottenham, yeah. If people from Tottenham, there's a massive Turkish community.
Yeah.
So like,
They get it.
So they get it. So the moment that poet is linked up with Alhan, this Turkish boy, there's loads of areas that make, oh, what the fuck is this? But if you're from T, this makes perfect sense.
Okay.
So then who does he end up linking up with? Skepta's around him, and then the Boy Better Know team are around him because they're from Tottenham. They get it, like the Cypriot community, the Turkish community, like there's communities of people that are in that area that link up. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm privy to that. So again, it doesn't matter. Chuckie, come on, my brother. Like that's one of the realest people I know. Like one of the best human beings I know. Vuj, come on, cuz man. We all got someone like Vuj within our community. Do you know what I'm saying? That left you, man. But he's just. He's the best, bro. And I love partnerships like that because I like, again, at the same time, I grew up watching stuff that had like two people, like Keenan and Kel. Like it was like, oh my God, sister. I was a fucking
Mad
big
duos.
fan of sister.
Come on.
I used to watch that shit. So like, duos are T and Tamara are lit, bro. Do you know what I'm coming from? I can't lie.
Keenan and
I used to watch
Kel.
SMTV Live, fam. I used to watch Ant and Dec, fam. Like, I know loads of duos, my brother. Do you know what I'm saying? So I remember doing the work I did.
That
'cause
elk.
that was because of Trevor Nelson. So I remember the singular work, but I remember the duos. And I saw Power Rangers. I used to fucking love Mobb Deep. Like, what the fuck? So like,
That's hard.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I used to
Prodigy
like.
and Havoc, Anti and Tamara.
Brother,
I
I'll
hear
be
that.
real. When I saw Krypton Conan for the first time, I was like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna get their mixtape." When I saw them fucking wearing Gucci on their, was it Gucci or Louis or
Yeah,
something?
the scarves,
It
innit?
was Gucci,
Yeah,
scarves.
yeah, remember
I
that
said,
thing,
"Yo,
the
the
umbrella.
tsunami."
They was hanging around in West
with-
London too much, mate, back then. That's why.
I said, "Yo, these brothers look wavy."
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I don't know. I think the community recognizes people. Do you know what I'm saying? People that epitomise people. So
Facts.
had I linked up with someone that was a little bit more unrecognisable to my community, then that might have been the duo that they don't gravitate to too much. But all the duos that we created content with, I think people recognise them individuals in their community, and it was, you know, successful in its own right. All of them, man.
You might be the king of the duos now, though. Slightly.
I only done duos because I just want to help people.
But they're always.
I heard you helped a lot of people as well.
Do you get me?
Yeah, but the duos is only because it's like, do you know what it is? I'm a firm believer in if you believe in the product, then show man you believe in it, innit? So with Vuj, I had an opportunity. Like I got called for Copper 90 to do something. I believe in Vuj. Vuj, you should come
with me. Yeah.
Chuckie asked me to do the podcast. I can't say no. Chuckie's right. Chuckie, I don't know what you're doing, but I know I've got a massive network of people, and I think you're sick. Let's fucking do this. Do you know where I'm coming from? Alhan,
brother.
I saw Alhan working at fucking Radar Radio, and
I
just
saw that
wanted
story.
to work with. Like, our first video we've ever done is on Radar Radio, a Christmas video, because I wanted to work with him. He was like, "Poet, would you work with me?" I said, 100%, because I recognised you as someone from my community, and you're sick, and I want everyone to know how sick you are. So like more time, it's because I'm in a place of privilege, and I just want to use that to build the world that I believe we should see. Do you know what I'm coming from?
Does that come from your youth work days?
I guess so, yeah.
Makes sense.
It's just sick, bro. I just want to do sick stuff, and then like that just means loads of like I can sit down and now watch content with fucking OFB and Alhan, and I'm just like
that shit is funny.
But he's gonna get himself hurt one of these days. He needs to stop tormenting them.
He's
even in jest. You knew it in jest. Even in jest, he be tormenting them, man.
Nah, but they have got big heads though. That's the truth.
No, leave my brothers alone. No, leave my brothers alone. No, we're not gonna cuss.
I got a big head as well, fam. I got a lot. I don't care. Get me.
I love my.
I love my brothers. You get me? Man. And you know what though? To be fair, when I see Alhan with them, man, I actually genuinely find it funny.
It's love, man.
Them and RV together is actually a funny duo, you know. You get me?
It's all love, man. It's all love, man. That's just.
How'd you not meet? Is it a rap Radar? Is that how you met?
We met at Radar. I met him on the stairs, and I was just like, "You're crazy," and I find you funny.
He's crazy.
And we done it like, and shout out Amy Becker, because Amy Becker was the person that got us the opportunity to do an interview on her radio station. It's because IMDb was there. Shout out IMDb, another, I think, top 3 female artists from the UK of all time for me. And I don't care what no one says to me. And I know that's a crazy statement, but I stand by it. I believe in it.
Music is subjective.
And I think her music is absolutely incredible. I ain't never been that excited about any musician. And when I saw Shade, I didn't know what the fuck was going on. Like, I just said to myself, this is a talent that is
undeniable.
It's the most undeniable talent. I just didn't know what was going on, bro. Like, that is a talent I've never seen. But
to be around so much stuff and then to get hit like that, it's harder, isn't it, when it's big?
Let me tell you something. I'm telling you, bro, like in football, that's Mario Balotelli, and I want that to be Messi. Like that, IMDb is next level talent. And shout out Amy Becker for allowing that situation for us to have that conversation on the channel, because then it allowed me to see how funny Alhan actually is, and it gave us the point to have conversation off the back of it. So this is what I'm saying, that the community is so important. Amy Becker, without Amy Becker doing that, I don't know if we have Gasworks. Do you know what I'm coming from? We might have it because,
but you might not.
But we might not. And that was part of the story. So it's like, I'm not saying without her it's not there, but she played a part in making me and Alhan have a closer relationship, because I found him so funny, and that just allowed that situation to manifest. So yeah, man.
I don't think I can think of anything funnier than having Specs on Gasworks.
Listen,
I don't know if there's anything funnier on the internet, you know.
I think Specs is another person. Imagine, so mad. The first season of Filthy Fellas, Specs was meant to be on it, but he went prison.
Yes, he let this guy. Why are you so baffled, bro?
Sure.
He's from Hackney and that, isn't it? Yeah, he's about.
No, Specs is from Izzy, fam. So Specs was meant.
He's about.
It's really about. Specs was meant to be on Filthy Fellas, but he went prison. So I ended up getting Leon Knight, and shout out Leon Knight as well, man. Leon Knight was. I swear down, bro.
That's good people's fan, man. Joe Black's cousin, that, isn't it?
Yeah, Joe Black's cousin. So like, shout out Specs.
DJ.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
He used to do the thing we used to go to. He used to DJ there. Remember the Duke of Edinburgh? We used to go there a lot, innit?
In
Green. Back roads.
Brother, that's my guy.
That's what I'm saying.
Is my guy.
Yeah, he used to DJ, a big DJ as well.
I had him on Filthy Fellas doing we had a show called Dr. Paul. We done one episode. I put Specs on it, and he was like, "Don't ever get me to do this." Specs didn't want to do any online stuff. I had to force him.
He's hilarious, bro.
Like me and Vuj, shout out Vuj. We made the first call. We took him to Germany to meet the whole Bayern Munich team and to Like we have to graft to get these people to believe that they're good at this shit. Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Like loads of people have grafted, and shout out Tigo for helping loads of people as well. So yeah, man.
Yeah, filthy fellas. So, but bro, you know what's mad? Even though there's so many platforms for us to touch on, your passion for football that's come out in this conversation, and your know-how and your ability, manager, clocking what scouts need to see who. Yeah. You really are that guy with the football, innit?
Well, yeah,
because I think. You know,
I love football so much, man, but I love it for a different reason, I guess.
You're not just a supporter, though. You've been involved.
Yeah, 100%. Like I try to get people to become footballers, like multiple people, and professionals, and we got people contracts, and we done stuff, and I'm really proud of that.
I heard you're personally responsible for getting Margs in there as well, man. What? To give him a little goal in there to convince him, like, come through and that.
For Filthy?
Yeah.
I'm in charge of getting everybody on Filthy.
Cheers.
Every single person on
Facebook. Oh shit, the CEO
don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. Just in case they didn't know.
I didn't know that.
No, I didn't know that. Me and Tigo, man.
I know, I'm just letting them know.
So like Tigo's work, people don't even know the work Tigo's done on Filthy. Like people are seeing everything in the past 2 years. People don't know the times that me and Tigo have come on a Monday night to film Filthy Fellas, and there's like 4 people, and we're sitting here like, what did we do? What did we do with the rest of people? Like, people don't know about them nights, and
that's the reality of this thing, innit?
And you know what it is? I'm like the fucking guy that has to go and find loads of individuals. And then
what?
Sorry, bro.
He said sorry, bro.
Nah, you're just late. You turn up though.
Sorry, bro.
They didn't turn up. That's different, bro. I've been there before you was about. Because the funny thing is, I'm like the second podcaster in London after Chuckie and these man. Like factually based on like episodes that Dan was sitting in on and that.
Yeah.
So like my podcast was this same podcast, but where you lot carried on, I gave up because I had like issues with like being on a one-man band interviewing one person with a cameraman that is unreliable. So it's like I didn't have Matthews, you get me? I had some next brother that turns up sometimes, and then I got a guest and audio, and then another week I got a video on my own.
That's the thing, yeah, but again, I always put that on you because I never had anything I had, you know. I just know that I talk with intent. Yeah. And when I talk, I ain't playing no games. Like, not like I think I'm some bad man, but like this is my life, my bro.
No,
like,
I know.
I'm asking you to come and film. Like, what are you saying? Like, is this your life?
Yeah.
Like, are you gonna be upset if the upload doesn't happen, or like, is this something you want to be a part of?
Yeah.
If you don't feel like that.
Yeah.
Then, like I said, it's that whole journey we're taking. You're not.
No, but I respect it.
Part of this.
I respect it because I can see it.
Really,
you're not on this excuse thing, and you're not on this lay thing. You're like, yo, are we like if we're doing this is what we're doing. The conversation's probably a bit more harsh and real with you and someone you're gonna work with than it probably was with me. I was probably laid back.
Brother, I had to.
You know what I mean?
I had to convince police. I had to sit down in rooms with police, not yourself. I had to sit down in rooms with like people in the government to convince them that they should give my estate some money. Of course, I had to sit down with people on many of occasions, which was difficult. One time I had to go Brazil to flipping. I had to go Rio de Janeiro, bro, to do work,
Ferry Lane
youth work for Ferry Lane work.
That's kind of that's cold.
That's hard.
I had to do all types of work, fam. Like all types of work within my job to try and show people that, like, you don't even know. One time we had to go and get the Prime Minister. I took 3 youths from our estate. We had the Prime Minister, 3 youths, Gareth Bale, Aaron Lennon, Eunice Kabul in the Tottenham ground. I swear I got pictures all sorts.
This guy's sick.
And police had to like take us because we took them. I then had to take them to Ferry Lane. Like the footballers and the Prime Minister, I had to take them to Ferry Lane. So
how was the journey, like taking them there? And that?
It was sick because they had like police protection. They had like, it was mental motorbikes either side of the whips. And like, if you don't know how much shit I've done for the ends, like I love people. I love my ends. I love my people.
You love your bit, bro.
I just want everyone to do well, and I will put myself at the front.
Even man like Wilson and that will say, yeah, poets,
I'll do everything for Wilson.
Yeah,
I love that boy, fam. He's real. Like, I love people, bro. And do you know what it is? I love.
You put me onto SB as well.
SB.
You put me onto a lot of people. Yeah, remember
bro.
that? You showed me like this person's a realist. Go check her thing out. Remember I met her through you here.
Yeah, of course, man. I remember when SB, because she done a long thing in Penn, and I remember she said to me, "Yo, Paul." Like she told me she loves rap. I went and took her to meet young Tef.
Jeez.
And you know what is what I love about Tef?
Sick.
My man Tef just keeps fucking with her, man.
Honestly,
see the community, you don't understand. When people recognize that you're trying to do good work within the community, something that you might think is a long shot is not a long shot for someone that's from the community. Like Giggs.
Appreciate it.
Giggs is, for me, the superpower.
He is. Giggs
watches me and Chuckie's podcast and goes, I'll jump on. This is fucking Giggs, bro.
What an episode, bro.
But he recognizes us as people from the community, and I'm like, well, the moment you just keep
Giggs don't miss a heartbeat, you know. I just met Giggs for the first time in New York with Mano.
What a man.
And you know what he said to me when he saw me? You're a Boost boy, innit?
Is it? See, but
I said, raw. I didn't even say one word yet.
But again, that's
real you.
Fam, I can't even lie to you, man. I just love my community. And I take a look, and I don't say mine. I say mine because it's mine. It's not mine, obviously. I'm a part of it, but I'm just happy to be a part of it.
It's yours if you're part of it. It is yours.
When you take a look at the products on Skeppy, JME, Dave, like you don't even, Billy, young Billy, like Billy the Goat,
oh,
Lippy,
my boy, man. Come
like
on.
Margs, Loons. My boy Mitch, I'm sorry, I love him, fam. Like
Miles,
Miles. Oh my god.
Hey, sometimes I research. I watched that today for the first time. You and Miles.
Yeah, but you know what? People don't understand. Miles was with my mum and my children when I went and played at Wembley with Robert Pires. Like Miles and me are brothers. So if we have an argument,
it's just
that's what
it is. Yeah.
I apologized to him 3 to 5 minutes right after that shoot. I said, I'm so sorry. I acted like a fool. I can apologize, no ego. Do you know what I'm saying? That's my brother.
That's a good thing, though.
Yeah. Maya Jama, I've been rocking with Snoochie. Like, there's so much people.
Maya Jama, I remember her because I'm a book. Joseph.
Brother,
that's my people as well. You get me?
There's so much
people. There used to be times when we were all around the Maya Jama girl was around way before the fame. And
brother, I've been rocking with Maya Jama.
What a lovely person as well.
2011.
Yeah, good person as well.
Yeah. So it's like, there's so much people. Brother, Julie, you don't even know Julie's story. Like, there's so much lit people from my community. I'm like, even with you guys, you're from the community. I'm so privileged to, when you asked me to come on it, I'm like, thank you to like I appreciate this.
And I appreciate you coming though.
We're all from the same community. You know I think if anyone I think I'm above, and I'm not saying this right, it's people that are not from this community. I think I'm above you. Yes, sometimes. I don't care about you lot. Like, so I don't give a damn. But you go Glastonbury, great for you. I don't give a damn. Like, that's not my thing.
Nah, for real, it's not our thing.
That's not my thing. Well, you got Notting Hill Carnival.
Nah, bro.
I'm coming to link you, my brother. Let's go and get a Magnum.
Straight up, blood.
Like
that's why they did that though. Do you notice that?
I appreciate.
You're the only guest that they gave me. Like, they never gave me any before, but they gave me 10 because they said poet. Love poet. They're from Hackney.
I love everyone.
You know what I'm saying? They're from Hackney, Clapton. They're saying what poet?
Brother, I was walking in Clapton.
They couldn't wait to give me the stuff. Do you know what I mean?
3 a.m. in the morning by myself.
Chester Waist chicken and that.
And 3 man jumped out of a whip.
Oh, fucking hell, fam. Where we going?
And they said to me, what ends you from?
Oh, they weren't the feds?
No, they were red boys. Cool. And I'm like, fam, where you walking around here? What ends you from? And it was October.
It was October.
Big man, it's Black History Month. I just want to go home to my mum.
Allow me, innit? Fam,
them man dropped me home.
They dropped me
back to the end. They dropped me back to the end and said, you're one of the funniest shoots we've ever met.
Hey, that's community, bro.
The community.
That's the community.
I still chat to one of them today.
Oh, wow.
Brother, I think they were going to kill me, brother. But you know what?
No, that's cold, bro.
It's ready to ride.
It's just the community, man.
Yeah,
I don't congratulate anyone, man.
Wait, that's cold.
What a night. I walked a girl called Jess home. What the hell was I thinking? Shout out Jess, man.
Was she worth it?
She had do you know what? I never had the opportunity to find out. She was a fantastic young lady.
Well worded.
And I hope she is
a nice chat.
He's sick. He's spun it.
I'm not going to lie and make like anything happen. I walked her fucking home and clapping. What the fuck am I thinking? That's it. Brother.
Murder Mile quickly.
Brother.
Quickly.
I got dropped home.
I don't even know.
I don't even know.
And now he's my brethren.
He's my brethren now. I'm not going to say no names, but.
Come on, big up you.
Yeah, man.
Can you imagine?
One pole show.
That gave me joke, bro.
You know the one pole show?
That was so funny to me.
What, the coin?
The randomness of it made me fucking die, bro.
But I love it though. I think that's my personal favourite space that you're in. And that might be weird to hear.
It had sorry, bro. The rawness of it, I'm still laughing now, bro.
One post show was nice.
That's my favourite shit.
I wanted to steal loads of different studio sets. One of my favourite ones is with Margs and Loons. They're just sitting in my house, so we're having a convo.
The sofa thing.
Yeah,
I remember
this.
Even at Wiley.
Yeah, the Wiley's, that's the first one.
The Wiley was the first one.
When he's waiting for the food, waiting for the delivery of the food. And
that was a big interview.
It was amazing. It was amazing.
And the Amsterdam one was sick as well.
Remember that?
The Amsterdam one was sick
as
well. And do you know what? Again, this is what I need to say. People, you don't understand. Like, honestly, fam.
That got me through lockdown, them months.
I owe my life. I owe so much of my life to Tigo, you know.
He seems like a really nice person, man.
That's my honestly, fam. Like, wholeheartedly, I really love that guy.
Have you ever had that feeling, you know, when you watch someone through a screen and you don't like them, but you know it's out of order to not like them, but you just don't like them until they prove you different, right?
Yeah.
But then, because everyone's a hater for some reason at some point, you get it, like it's human nature. But you see, like Tigo, I like him, I've never met him, don't know him, but for some reason, he's a nice guy to me.
Listen,
Do you know what I'm trying to say? Does that make sense? What I'm saying?
I don't know him any other way other than the way I know him, and I know the times that me and T have had to sit there and try and figure out stuff, and I can say like, that guy there, bro.
He's proper, innit?
Good stuff.
Brother, genius, fam. For the things, so even with one poll, I brought it to him.
Yeah.
Um,
Would he help produce it with you?
Yeah, of course. Chico always helps me, bro. Chico always helps me, even with shit that's not got nothing to do with the fucking channel or to do with him.
Frisco and Tiverton's mad.
I love
They don't even know the levels though. Some people don't know how deep that is. That's a big one.
Scorcher outside.
Krispy Kremes.
I love Scorcher, man. Like
Great MC.
Scorcher's one of the greatest.
Great
bro.
MC, bro.
Scorcher is one of the greatest that
So
we've ever
very good
produced,
at
bro. He
MCing,
can
bro, and
produce,
producing.
he can MC,
Yeah.
he can arrange.
Yep.
Like you're talking about, he
Act.
can act. Like the only bad thing about Scorcher is the Tottenham fan. Barring that, this guy is.
I'm a Tottenham fan as well.
Yeah, we all
There's got to be some of us.
But he's sensational. Like
My uncle's from Tiverton, so that's why I
is
saw
it?
them. Yeah.
Oh, fair
Yeah,
enough
originally,
then.
yeah.
So then there you go, bro. Like
Yeah,
he's
but I got
just
forced.
honestly.
youth. I got a scarf wrapped around my neck when I was about 6 months old.
Yeah, my dad was a Tottenham fan, but I didn't like him. So I was the opposite team. He just so happened to have a black man with a gold tooth. I said, yo, Ian Wright.
Yeah, bad boy. Do you know what? That's one thing I've got. He's like the one person out of all this industry shit that you love the fact that you can chat to him, innit? Like, not chat to him as in like, that you couldn't chat to him, but that you can actually reach out to him and talk to him. That's quite a big one for you, isn't it? That's like a Jay-Z for a rap fan. Does that make sense, what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%.
That's big.
Ian Wright, single-handedly, is, in terms of personality and why I do things, is the most influential person in my life.
Yeah, see, I thought so. I
And
can see it through the
100%.
screen. Like, even if it's a picture,
And at
I
one
can
point,
see it.
Yeah, 100.
Yeah, I can feel it, bro.
And at one point, I felt like me and him, like, were talking too much. He was contacting me too much, so I just distanced myself. Yeah.
Wait, that's hard.
I had to distance myself.
You're like me, you know.
'Cause you know
I
what,
do that with American youths, bro.
Do you know what
Why are
he
you
used to
texting
be?
me, fam? I used to listen to you. Allow it.
He's Ian Wright, and do you know what?
Crazy.
I never want. I think I have the capacity to disappoint people. I don't want to be close enough to Ian Wright to disappoint him. I would rather have distance and always be
I love
cool with
how
him,
you know more and more every minute.
I love that man so much. I don't want to do nothing wrong. So
That's-
I'd
I'm like
rather-
you know.
Let me just distance myself, and that way I know I always have an entry point into your life in some capacity. Because
When I bump into you in the
if
right
you-
place.
it's like if Ian Wright ever said to me, "Poet, I'm disappointed in you,"
Oh yeah, that would hurt. Oh yeah, that's like
that
that
would
hurt,
just
you know.
hurt so
That's like your
much.
mum saying it, almost. And it's the next thing under that.
No, it's more important. I'm saying, Mum, I love you.
This is the filthy fellas, that's why. You get it? That makes sense. If you're not a filthy fella, that wouldn't make sense, but you are.
man.
Do you get it?
Ian Wright didn't give a fuck.
I remember at one point, right now, yeah, it's not nothing, because obviously people change and things happen. But at one point, man's texting that fucking Tory Lanez, brother from Mobb Deep and that, have a look and that, ooh. And I can text them, what are you saying, bro, you're right, and they're replying. And then same thing, I'm capable of fucking everything up as well, because I'm still fresh off the stoop in my soul. Do you get me? And I probably never will change. I'll still like, how many times I tell you every day, every Friday, brother, straight chicken wings, chips and Mirinda. No matter how much money I make, that's what it is. That's how I am, bro.
I see you doing first class flights. Let me tell you something.
Business
There you
class,
go.
yeah,
Business class. If
yeah.
I'm doing business class, man, I ain't going Mirinda, fam. Mirinda.
I am though. Nah, bro. Let me tell you what it is though. With me, I worked very hard for that, fam, and I still do, yeah. And it don't come easy, and I appreciate every penny that I make or that I put together. However I do it, you know what I'm trying to say. For me, I've been through stuff, bro. And I'm not even just talking about like, you know how a man jump on podcasts and go, "Raw, yeah, streets, been arrested, went jail and that." I've been through the streets at a certain level, been through real life at a big level. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Real life. Like, and I'm talking about like health issues, family members going through things and that, things that really make you get up earlier and pray a bit harder. Do you understand me, bro? So when these things now are working for me, I feel like I've paid my dues. I deserve it.
No, 100%, man. When
Been
you've
through
been
bare
through,
things, from man.
I try not to focus on the things I've been through because you know what happens.
It's heartache,
like,
innit?
It's not even that. It's like it becomes comparable in my mind. I don't want to have that type of comparison.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather compare success and figure out how I can get more successful.
I respect that though.
Because comparing pain is like, even reflecting on pain, it's just long, bro.
Deep, blood.
And like, do you know what? Like, I don't even know how much that pain means to that one man. Some people are built strong enough that they can withstand a certain level of pain.
Yeah.
And some people ain't strong like that, so they will just drop to that. And I don't want to look down at them like, what the fuck are you
No, it's a good point though, what you're saying.
Because I've gone through all of this. It's like, you know what? Maybe you ain't strong enough to go through that.
Yeah,
so
everyone's built
how about
different,
let's
innit?
focus on the things that make us stronger. Like, you know what I'm saying? What's the last time you done something that made you feel strong? You done that? Shit. I bet you I can help you do that and then like intensify it more. And then like I like to focus on those things because I don't feel like those are distractions. I think those are healthy methods of progression. And the environment I'm from, there's too many distractions and there's not enough healthy examples of progression.
Yeah, facts.
So if we can just attach ourselves to those, like.
And we you know, I'll be honest with you, we get raised badly in the ends as well because sometimes we meet the wrong older, and because you're young, you respect them for the badness or the wrong thing, and then you follow their lead, and it's only when you mature a little bit you go, raw, this pussy all led me this way, blood. And the other brother who was being nice, he's the one that man should have listened to, but because he wasn't that guy when I was younger.
It's mad.
Yeah, and that happens a lot to youths. They get steered the wrong way. I've always been a big advocate of like, if I see a youth doing something illegal, I'm just gonna call it illegal. My thing would be like, how much do you make, bro? Because I know that the way to their head is not like preaching. It's more like, how much do you make doing that roughly a month and that? Come in, let's just talk quickly and that. Woo. Okay, cool. What is that worth the freedom as well and that though? Is that worth what comes with this thing and that, the enemies and that, the sleepless nights and rare? Because sometimes you could literally, and I know this sounds very obnoxious to just say, like even ignorant to say, oh, you could go get a sales job. But you can actually go and get a sales job.
But you know what?
And build yourself up from a junior level.
No, I hear you. This is maybe where I'm wrong, man. Do you know what it is, yeah? I'll just be real. I don't say this on a proud thing. Maybe back in the day I used to say it to get some straps through insecurity. So I want to make it very clear. I'm not saying this as like a way for you to go, I rate poet. Like, I'm from the hood, my bro.
And you don't care about that anyway, so go ahead, bro.
Yeah, like,
I've never cared about that.
And I want to let you know, I rate more people from the hood than not from the hood. And maybe that's purely because of my level of interaction and involvement within it. But you see the man them that are doing whatever they should do, but maybe they shouldn't do. Sometimes they become the biggest rapper in the country.
Facts.
Sometimes that person becomes the individual that has a car lot firm that makes tons of money.
Facts.
Sometimes that person goes and makes a vodka brand out of it. I just like, do you know what? I rate the people in my community so much. My whole thing is, why are you here?
Purpose.
And when I find out your purpose and why you're here, that allows me to determine whether I should even tell you whether you should do this or not. Because some people are here for all the wrong reasons. And when they start doing whatever they're doing, it's to glorify a position that you should never glorify because you're doing something that shouldn't be known. But some people are doing things to get them to another position. And the world that we're in, I can't expect perfect results.
Yeah, it's facts.
When I ask you to go and compete with a man that's not from no badness in a world and an environment that person's gonna...
They thrive in.
They're gonna thrive in.
I get what you mean.
I'd rather say to you, you know so much about this world. Yes, it's a risk. But you know what? You might make it. As crazy as it sounds.
I get it.
And you know what? This might be the wrong thing to say.
We're both right.
I really apologise. Like, if
don't
I
apologise.
don't want to steer people the wrong way or disrespect people. But
everyone's path is different, bro.
But you know what it is? I just rate people from my community. They're more intelligent than people give them credit for.
True hustlers.
I know so many hustlers that ain't been penned, bro. Do you know where I'm coming from? So if I keep looking and reflecting on the examples of people that fucked it up, I'm like, but what are your character traits? You probably fucked it up because of you.
100%.
A couple of man
they would have got sacked from the 9 to 5 as well.
Brother, they
I
will
get
get
it.
sacked.
That's what I mean. You get it, yeah.
Their parents will sack them.
Yeah.
From the yard.
From the yard.
Do you know where I'm coming from? So I can't use that person
I get it.
and their lifestyle as an example of why no one in the world should do it. Because guess what? Some men are doing it and doing their thing. So,
some more, fam.
do you know what? I'm just like, everything you do in life, I think the most important thing, and I learned this from football, is decision making. Decision making is so important. You can be through on goal and you can have an option to square it and then you get a goal, or you can miss it like Harry Kane in the World Cup 2018.
Sky!
No, I was talking about the penalty. I was talking about World Cup 2018 when you didn't square it to Raheem Sterling against Croatia. Like, that's decision making. Do you know where I'm coming from? And sometimes decision making is the biggest thing which steers you from success. Do you know where I'm coming from? I've had stories. I'm not gonna go into too much
I say
detail.
this every episode.
Well, my brother has told me, Paul, I grabbed my brother the other day and said to him, "What the fuck are you doing?
Innit? What
Fuck
one?
that." And he goes to me, "No." And now he's looking at life. And it's
See?
like, if you listen to the guy that grabbed your arm and said to you, "Don't,"
Might be different.
you're not looking at 18 years. Do you know where I'm coming from, or what have you? And it's just like,
I wish him all the best for that, because that's not easy.
that's not, none of that's easy, bro. But then I can't even begrudge him, because like I said, when you are from shit,
You're just trying to find your way out, innit?
brother,
Yeah, you don't want to be in shit. That's
you
the
don't
thing.
know
Think
wants
about
to
that.
be in shit.
Think about that.
But
that
that's
terminology.
habit. There's bare things that keep you there. So
See, habit.
shout out to man, then, man. I
No,
love
but you see,
man.
habit is my word catalog ain't as big as yours, bro. I ain't good at English, blood. But you see, habit, you raised it. That's what I was trying to think of. Habit, discipline, is what changes, man.
Telling you, bro.
Because you'll get caught for not having the right habit and discipline as well, like you said. Do you know what I'm saying?
No,
So I get it. But the only thing I will say, devil's advocate again, karma though. If you reap what you sow. Sometimes if you are shot in food for 20 years, bro, one of them years is going to come back on you.
I disagree.
You get it? I think so.
I think life is so complex, yeah, bro. No, I don't think God.
Because you remember, there's people that get funded to catch you.
I'm fully aware of all of this, but you know what it is? God doesn't.
We are
expect
working on it at the moment. We are. We will be implementing.
that. God ain't gonna expect the ideal.
2023 task force. Over
God
2
don't,
parts.
you know what I'm saying? God don't expect the ideal. Like Jesus was out here with a prostitute. That's facts. Jesus used to show a prostitute.
We can confirm that was true. Yeah.
This is fact. This is in the Bible. This is the Bible, fam. This is fact. Jesus was out here with a prostitute. And I'm not saying that being prostitution is right or wrong, but what I'm saying to you is when the world is not in the best state, it's in a shit place. For me to expect people to do the ideal is too much. I don't think God would expect that from you. It's about where you end up. It's not about how you start. You could be losing the race. If you win the race at the end, then the start don't mean nothing.
True
So I'm
stories.
saying to you, at the start, if it goes a bit shit and you do a couple of bad things, who gives a fuck?
stories.
At
The
the
metaphors.
end, if you are doing
happens
shit
at the
that
end.
helps and changes people, because Jay-Z, look what Jay-Z talks
Yeah,
about
Jigga man
drugs
flip
so
that
much.
shit.
Look how you flip that shit. He's helping niggas get out of prison. He's
Facts,
doing
bro.
bare stuff, and you're like,
Sports,
Jigga man,
music.
I love you. Thank you, Jay-Z.
Idol, mogul.
You're the guy, bro. Do you know where I'm coming from?
Facts.
How many rappers can you say that about?
Not
That
many,
were
bro.
on the streets. No, there's bare rappers, like I said, that are on the streets that are
50?
putting on for their city or helping. You don't need to do what Jay-Z does, you know.
Yeah, 50
If
Cent
you are a
does it
rapper
another
and
way.
you help one other rapper,
That's big, yeah.
that's
big.
massive, bro.
Even when you feed your own family and your team, your staff, that's big.
Brother,
Already, you know what I mean?
I've taken
Yeah.
obviously my favorite rapper's Future. Shout out all my Future fans.
Oh, that's
But
why he's
I've
so
gone
toxic.
back to his hood.
I don't blame
Man,
him.
go back to Future. What?
I said I don't blame you.
Go back
Bro,
to
you was
Future's
ready
hood,
to
yeah,
to
because
test the Fed.
Feds, we don't
Listen,
like Feds, bro.
listen.
Hey, young Thug looking at a sentence, brother. We're not happy with
Free
the
him.
Feds right now.
Free him. You know?
Have you seen Young Thug and
Alright,
Future's hood though?
I'll put in a
Yeah,
word for
I've
him.
been there.
Everyone's
I've been there.
drippy,
Yeah,
bro.
I've been there.
Everyone's drippy.
My
They
Future's
drop-
cold.
I've been in East Atlanta. I've shot a video
Cold,
there.
fam.
My
Near the
guy.
Waffle House.
cold,
Yeah,
fam.
Waffle House. Shot a video out there still. It's greasy out there though.
I went Atlanta, was lit.
Yeah, I see you out there.
Cold.
You went Cali with Dan and that as well. Remember that? That was one of the early visits.
Shit.
Oh my god, that
Viber. No, it was
was
Bomb. What's the tune called again?
Bomba.
Yeah, yo, big tune.
Swear. Damn.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
This
but
is
I
the
went-
thing where we forget. You still do music here and there. This is why we were talking
We
about
just dropped a
ex-rappers,
project
bro.
the other day. I'm not an ex-rapper. We just
Viber.
dropped
That's
the
what I'm
other day.
saying.
The bar we dropped the project the other day. It was great. It's fantastic. I'm one of the greatest.
Do you are hard, bro.
Jeez.
No, you are hard. You believe in your stories.
Jeez.
'Cause
I
one thing-
do.
I know.
But I wouldn't
no,
do
I know
it.
that. I know that. But I'm saying one thing I've realized about you is that you really actually do though. It's not a
I
facade,
swear
bro.
to God.
You believe in your thing.
No, you do.
Whether it's One Pole Show, Filthy Fellas, HC, Blood Clot, Studio with the man them. You believe in you.
Yeah.
So for me, I think that honestly though, all of the things that we've just said about the platforms and that, they're all really you though. That's the point I'm making.
It's everyone.
That's me being serious though.
no,
I
I'm
really-
involved in it, but it's everyone. Trust me. It doesn't
No,
have
it
to
is. No,
be
it is everyone. But because we're interviewing you, yeah, what I'm trying to say is that you genuinely are you on all of them, and you're
Yeah.
passionate about it though, and it shows through the camera though. It
Yeah,
does
yeah,
show.
yeah.
Otherwise, it wouldn't work.
Yeah,
in my
I'm
opinion.
passionate. Do you know what it is? Because
Do you know what I'm saying?
do you know what it is? Some people might have looked at one point, looked at this world and be like, I want to be a part of it. And some people might have worked another job and then stumbled into this world and be like, yes. And I don't know people's reasons for being here. I don't have a clue, bro.
Everyone's individuals, yeah.
I'll just tell you, I don't know what else I'll be doing in my life. This means the world to me. And preserving it and making sure there's opportunities for everybody. Not just the people that we think are icy and gravy. I'm talking about, like, do you know what? If the cost of living in this country is 30 grand a year, how can we get everyone to do this so they can at least make 30 grand a year? Just about 30 grand
Make
a year.
it.
So they can
Just
make
make it.
30 grand a year and they're happy.
Like, that's all I care about. A couple of my friends, I may not have anchored them to being millionaires, but do you know what? The one thing I've done by trying to use my profile and the opportunities that I can create to try and give them opportunities is just saying, you're going to be doing better than your parents and you're going to help your family. So if you make 60 grand a year and you work, 7-8 hours of the week, bro, like the rest of the time
success.
you've got to, come on, my brother. From where we're from,
that's
100% success. So that's all I've tried to do for my brothers, because growing up, the only thing that seemed to be an issue for my household was money. Money and time. So if I can give you loads of money and you
have less,
make it
more
and
time
you have
on your
more
hands.
time, then I've eradicated the problems that we had as a people growing up prior. And that's what means so much to me. And when I see my brethren be able to take their mum out and all of these things, and I might have been 5% of your story. I might have been 10%. I might be 50%. Bro, the fact that I'm 1% of your story, do you know how happy and proud I am? I just knowing that I've had a difference in somebody's life, in a positive impact, in order for you to go and do all the things that are right for you and your family. Like, that means the world to me, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's what I want to do.
No, because all it takes is a man to say, like, right, this is the door that I'm going to open for you. Just walk through, bro, and do you. And then the other 50% of their story is them working after the door opened. But like that 1% when they got up to 48, 49 and you said boom, that meant a lot. Because I've got people in my life like that. You see the business class flights and that, they actually, everything all stems from one person, you know. One person that said, yo, brother, he's from Tottenham as well, you know.
Is it?
Yeah, South Tottenham, said, yo, bro, man's got something for you, you know. I said, yeah, what's that? He's like, I know one brother that's looking for someone to do something, whatever. It's legit, by the way, bud. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course, it's your business.
Yeah. But, you
This
get
is
me,
where
man
you-
said,
yeah.
rah, like, I'm going to set that call up for you. And the man set the call up, and then destiny was the rest. Because the brother, who I've never met before, we both got fired from the same job. I replaced him and got fired after he got fired previously. How does that make sense? Like, I've never met you, don't know you, from a different part of London to me, and we both shared the same desk, one after the other, and both got fired from the same job. So we was relatable straight away. Do you get it? Like, that's mad. Like, and then all the rest is my hard work after. Make it work. Tenacity, like you got, make it work, make it work, make it work. Go for it. Think outside the box, be creative, put in the work, grind. But like that one phone call, like I say it to him all the time, and he's like, nah, don't worry, bro. Nah, bro, I'm telling you, like, I worry. I'm telling you, you're the man, bro. You get me?
Changed my life.
Yeah, blood. Like, opportunity is beautiful.
And do you know what?
Do you get it?
Like I said, when you're in a community, people look at it as a service. People have seen you grow up. People have seen your struggle. People have seen your success. And it's just like, when you're part of the community and you care about the development and the build of it, like when you see someone fall and you know that they were doing their thing prior, you're like, I gotta help you rise again. Because if
That's
you
the
rise,
heart.
there are certain people in our community, we have to be honest, if they rise and they do their thing, it means more opportunities for all of us.
Big.
So it's like, are you gonna have an ego towards that situation, or are you gonna go, brother, how can I have an ego towards a situation that helps me? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's
Beautiful hustle right there.
so, I don't know, man. I just like, the only thing that, like, when people see me maybe moving like sideways or digi, is because I recognize this thing don't
guy.
benefit, man.
I like that though. I like that.
Don't benefit.
You have
man.
your moments, innit?
I have my moments,
Yeah,
bro.
real
but-
dude.
And I'm saying, like, I don't give a fuck about my moments, because it's like,
is real.
I'm big enough to apologize. I'm big enough to say I'm wrong. I'm big enough to say maybe I should have dealt with it differently. But I'm telling you one thing, like, I swear on Zion and Khalifa's life, my intention is pure as fuck. The moment someone's moving digi and I feel like it doesn't benefit the community,
Exit time.
I will put myself, I don't care if I lose it all. I don't care sometimes. I'm like,
Principles.
oh, fuck that. Like, this is jeopardizing all the hard work you've done in your whole entire life. All the hard work your friends have done. Furthermore, fuck you and your friends. All the hard work your family prior have done to allow black people to even be cool in this country, bro. Like, all of that work for some guy that wants to be selfish and make it about him. Fuck that. I'll be your number one hater and everyone can hate me and I don't care, bro. Like, I don't give a shit. Nothing's gonna happen to me. No one ain't gonna kill me. If I get beat up, who gives a fuck, man? Like, I don't give a fuck. The most important thing is that we persevere as a group of people. And I think that to me means more than any discrepancy that will happen to me. And I just think most people in a world where you're growing up for yourself don't think like that.
They don't, bro.
You're a deep guy, bro.
Yeah.
You're a deep
I
guy.
don't know.
You're a lot deeper than
What you expected?
people. What? Nah, not. I wouldn't say that, because I remember, like, I've seen a couple I've seen a couple clips before of you online where you talked about certain things where I realised, alright, cool, he's definitely a deep guy still. He don't mind, not to say you don't mind, but comfortable enough in your own skin with your own situation to touch on certain things, like i.e. when I don't want to talk on it 'cause it's not my life, it's not my concern, you understand, but with nothing but the most respect, with like your, as a dad, you touched on that like on the net, and I remember thinking he's a deep guy, bro, like that's some deep shit, do you know what I mean? Like even that, so even from then I just go, you're a deep guy, bro. Like, I thought this show today was going to be about bare fun shit, which it has been, but it's also, there's been a lot of teachable moments, bro, in this show today, bro. What? You know?
I care, man. Honestly, bro, I want to have fun. Trust me, I'm still a prick. I love having sex. I love going on mad holidays.
Trust me.
I like going crazy and doing crazy shit, and we all have a good time. Like, I am not perfect. It's
the bad man. It's the bad man juice, man.
Man just outside.
Got everyone a sentimental one.
No, real talk. No, I'm always like this, though. I swear down, I'm always like this. Like,
I've known it for a minute.
Yeah.
I can't lie to you. Like,
I like you more now, and I like you a lot.
Yeah,
does that make sense?
Pause.
No, I like him more today after this convo, and I liked you a lot, bro.
I can tell you exclusively, maybe become drunk. But I'm gonna be a full-time dad soon. Like, I'm gonna be looking after my kids full-time.
Okay.
I'm saying to you, like,
man.
The reasons why I preach all the things I preach and so on and so forth is because we're from a broken community, and if we have an opportunity to do something which speaks to a large group of individuals, and we don't try and repair some of the damage throughout the job. I'm not asking for you to be like 95% of your job, but if 95% of your job is bullshit and 5% is to repair, at least there's 5% to repair. I'm not asking for all of it. Do you know where I'm coming from? And I just like, I like people that do stuff like that because they recognize that their community needs help. And even some of the people that I may have a problem with or not have a problem with, what have you, like I feel like everyone is contributing to repairing our community. So like, even if I have a problem with someone, sometimes I'm angry that I have a problem with them. So I'm like, brother, look what they're doing for the community. Fuck, man. I feel you on why have I got a problem with them? Like, I just got to eradicate my own ego from certain situations. Unless they've done something personally to me, then it all goes out the window. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, because it's too personal.
Yeah, it's too much. Like, you can just go leave me alone, and I leave you alone, and we can just live our lives. But I just think this community is so damaged, bro. Like, we have to help our community, bro. You have to, bro. Otherwise, what's the point? You're just doing this glory for yourself just so you can go, I'm the man.
It's bare selfish,
It's worse than that for me, fam. It's bare insecure, bro. You're too insecure. Like, you need that much people to tell you you're great in order for you to feel better about your life.
It's actually weird, isn't
Fuck
it?
that, bro. Like, forget
That's actually weird, you know.
There's people out here, fam. Like, I don't know about people.
Bro, I don't think my dad's ever been told that he don't have a phone, bro. You know, like, you can't even ring my dad. You have to just find him. You know, like that. So for him to be told that he's great,
dad's moving like, where's Wally, fam?
Racist.
He like a black dad.
People call me racist every day, fam. So what?
He's Moroccan anyway. It's calm.
That's Moroccan.
Yeah,
he's in the
happy,
semi-finals.
He's happy.
Yeah, no wonder he's lost. Allow him, man. Just let him do his thing,
He's
fam.
never had a phone, blood. You know, like, he's one of them old man that's a manly man, old man. Like, he's doing his thing. You'll catch when you're supposed to.
To be honest with you, I've said to myself, the moment I become a multi-millionaire, not a millionaire, I'm gonna get rid of my phone.
I rate it though.
I don't
feel life, you know.
Yeah, I don't feel like I need to talk to that much people.
Facts.
I feel like if you need to communicate with me, there'll be a way you can communicate with
email me,
and you'll know. Not even email. I don't know. Just come to my house. Like, I don't think I'll be doing that much. I'm a very simple guy, so I don't feel like I need to be that.
The barbers or something, like, you know, like that. Yeah, I'm there at 6.
But I'm from a world where we didn't have mobile phones, so I remember that world. So my thing is, I know it's a possibility. I know it can work. I know I can just have a house phone. And we can just make plans like that. And if I'm that important, you'll go above and beyond. And if you don't, it's not even like...
It wasn't meant to be that kind of
shit. I just won't even take it to heart because it's just not that important. Like, you know where I'm coming from? So
facts,
I'm telling you, like, on God, fam, like, the moment that becomes a case,
Yeah.
I don't... Yeah, I'll just be with my picnic.
Sick.
I probably won't be with this girl. I don't think I'll ever get married, so shit about that shit. Yeah, man.
How you feeling about that one, bro? This guy is the I don't know.
I'm shocked, man.
I don't know if you know.
I'm shocked, man.
This man is very he likes to get the spoon and stir about relationship stuff online.
No, but I want to be married. I want to be.
How
but
much?
I recognize the faults in me, and I just want to just carry on listening to Future, and just go around the world and enjoy women. And you know what? It's respectfully. I'm not gonna disrespect no women. I'm not gonna do multiple women at the same time.
Yeah.
Like I'm just gonna do it respectfully, and
course you
every
wouldn't.
girl
You
will
wouldn't-
know
you
what's
wouldn't do that.
100%, bro. I'm
It's
not
not even in your nature, bro. Yeah.
If a girl doesn't want to be involved, I'm like, cool, no problem. But if she wants to be involved and enjoy the ride, man. It gets crazy sometimes.
It's bumpy.
It gets bumpy, bro. I tell you, it's gonna get bumpy. But it's all worth it, bro. We're here to have a good time.
I respect that.
Have you seen this page before?
What page is that? Forever Toxic. Yeah, that's me, bro.
This page. She's up late texting other motherfuckers. Do you hate me? Focus on yourself. Let her go.
Look, I'll be real with you. There was this girl, yeah, I really liked, bro. There's this girl I really liked. And she told me she's interested in someone else. I said, do your thing, man.
Yeah, straight.
And you come back whenever you want. Because you know what? I hear you,
If
but
you
you know
want.
what it is? Like, I don't want you more than you want me. I feel that's a bad situation. I don't feel like I own you. And that's how I am with women. I don't feel like I own you. If we both want each other equally, then it's fine. But if I want you more than you want me, then I'll just take this. I'll take what I can get from the situation, and I'm comfortable with that. I'm grateful that I'm getting anything. So if it means you just come around once in a blue moon, we have some great sex, we go get some food. I might even take you shopping. Like, I don't give a shit, man. I don't need to be the guy on your phone every night, even if I like you.
I said she's got
feel
an
like-
exam tomorrow.
You feel
I'm gonna break up with her tonight to mess up her future.
Come on, my
That's
brother.
rude.
That's my guy.
Do you think the person who cares the least ultimately is more in control?
I don't think that far into the situation. I just think about what do I want from the situation. The moment I can't achieve what I want, I say to myself, what is available? And if there's something available that I like, then by all means, I'm fucking with it. But if there's nothing available that I want, then you go and live your life, baby girl, man. I can just like window shop on Instagram. Like, it's not that deep, man.
I hear you.
What the fuck? Like,
Bro, you know what? Actually, nah, because you're not a nobody, you're somebody. So
Obviously,
what is it like when you Instagram window shop as a somebody?
What's it?
No, fair. Like, what's that
but
like?
you know, I don't know any of
You're not in the comments.
I'm sometimes in the comments. I don't really care that much. Like, if a girl, my whole thing is
occasionally.
occasionally. What do you mean? Are we telling girls they're sensational? in
But you know,
comments?
more time though, it does come across like the people in the comments ain't the ones hitting it.
What do you mean? I don't give a like my.
No, I'm not saying that about you though, bro.
No,
I'm
but
saying
it
like,
is.
say you know a girl who
You
you've
have
hit.
your own rules, man.
Alright, bro.
There's no rule. He's
Alright,
told us.
alright.
Shut down the rules.
I'm
All
not
right.
trying to play a game.
Alright.
This is who I am.
Alright.
If you like it, let's rock. If you don't like it, let's not rock. It's not the end of the world. Because I'm not gonna be anything that's gonna make your life that much greater anyway. I just want to have a good time. Whatever that looks like. What do you want to do, babe? Let's go do it. Let's have a good time. If you want to extend it for like 6 months, I don't have that contract available. My thing is pay as you go. I don't have a monthly contract. I have a pay as you go. Like, trust me, fam. I might be
Skin only contract. Yeah.
Was it 5-day week pass? I might be that. 5-day pass. Listen, you can,
Unavailable.
brother, 9 o'clock on Monday, you can have it back. It's a future thing. Like, I love you all, but I'm not going to pretend I can offer you something I can't. That's patronizing. It's all built upon if the vibe is there. I'm like, wait a minute. We've been rocking it for a month, maybe longer. But I ain't,
It's over.
I ain't just about to promise that shit to everybody.
Vibes.
You gotta be honest, bro, man.
That's what he's a viber. Vibes.
You
Blood.
gotta be honest, man.
Have you ever?
I gotta go soon, though.
My last question, bro. How long?
No, like not right now.
Be literally,
Yeah,
bro.
no man.
You ever been doing something with somebody,
Yeah,
and then you see, maybe say you've just done something with somebody,
yeah.
and you see their Instagram, they've posted something unrelated to you, but just posted something, and the comments are just inundated with men verbally expressing their fantasy to one day wish they could be with this person who you yourself have just rossed it. Like you're there, she's in the bed next to you, checking the. Oh look, don't that kind. Have you ever been? Like, bro, like if you got old flames that you look in their comments, bro, and you just see a bag of man just like, oh my god, please, I'll drink your bath water or whatever, like, please.
I reckon
And
I
you're like, bro,
I've been to certain girls and we're laughing at DMs they get.
that's my point, fam. This is
Like,
why
I'm
I'm
talking
asking.
like-
This is what I'm saying.
I've been with a girl on Chris Brown's DM and I'm
This
like,
is
I've
this
had
is
some
what
of those
I'm
DMs, yeah, I've had some-
saying.
but it doesn't make
These
me
men are
feel
not in
any
the
more
comments.
special because you know what?
They might hit him back when
It's
you're
not
not
even
there
that.
anyway as well.
It's not even that. I'm the equivalent elsewhere. There's someone I've DM'd and they're laughing.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know
You've been the part of the joke.
I know
Yeah,
100%.
yeah.
But the
I hear that
truth
though.
of the matter is,
Oh,
I don't care enough
oh.
about any other female. Like, I
That's
don't
deep,
care.
that.
I love my
Yeah.
mum. I love my female cousins. I love my female sisters. I love my female friends. And I love the females that are in my life and we understand what it is. I love them all.
Done well.
But you see, like a girl that I just DM, like if she wants to cuss me to all of her friends,
In the group chat, like, yeah.
go ahead.
Do your thing.
Like, because I don't feel that much about you that I'm going to cuss you. The fact that you feel so much to let everybody... I'm of some value. If I was of no value,
You wouldn't
who
even
would
done
give a
that.
shit?
Yeah, yeah.
So, the fact that I'm of some value to me and you feel the need to, like, try and decrease my value is no problem. I have no problem with that. It's You're allowed to, because I DM'd you. Why should I now police the way you respond? I don't want to police the way you respond.
That's okay. We do that from time to time.
Who?
We.
You, mate. Maybe.
Yeah,
Oh,
we-
police. Oh, yeah, for real.
That's okay.
My guy.
No, I'm with you now.
Not my guy.
No,
You're police. You can't be my guy. You're the feds.
that's alright.
Bun the Babylon.
Nah, but
That's
yeah, with
okay.
girls, do you know what it is? I don't know, man.
Okay.
I love women, you know. I love when they're rude to me as well. I love it.
Oh,
So,
You like them bitches that get a bit cheeky and that.
right, you call
Yeah,
women bitches?
Yeah, I do
You got no
still.
chill.
Yeah, I do. In a nice way.
what, wait.
I'm
Bad
fucking
bees.
with
They call
that.
themselves bad bees, isn't it? So why can't
The
I
women
call
that
you
are
that bad bee?
women that are self-proclaimed, or the women that listen to it in songs and sing along.
They all love Ja Rule, I Wanna Be Down. Down ass bitch. They love it, bro.
Fam, you're talking to aunties, fam. There's like young.
That's true though. That's true. That's true. Yeah.
Cuz
That's an old song.
this
you
nigga
know.
is chatting to like 41-years-olds.
He might be. You know what? That's what I'm doing. He ain't
do you
even
mean?
lying.
I
He's not
love
even
you.
lying.
Literally,
He's
son.
not even lying, bro. That's an old ass tune, bro.
I had sex with
50 wasn't even out yet.
I had sex with a 51-year-old the other day.
Mad thing. Me too.
My guy. I hope it's the same one.
I hope not.
Okay.
I think better of you.
Okay, yeah, it's not the same one. It's not the same one. My one's bar.
Don't put this on the fucking podcast, bruv. I talk too much.
Nah, it's on there, man.
Nah, it's not on there, bro. It's
Why?
not on there, bro. We got.
So you had sex with a 51-year-old.
What's the oldest thing you beat then? Let's just say that. What?
51.
Yeah, over to you, big man.
It was 51.
Mine's 53.
Is she amazing?
Fuck
Bruv,
yeah,
beautiful
no.
woman with a big back.
Oh,
Mad.
in good shape and that.
Serious.
Tremendous.
My
Found out her
thing's,
son was nearly my age.
is
Yeah,
it?
I had to
How does that feel?
step back. I just didn't want to feel it, bro.
It's kind of.
That's
Wow.
the truth. Like, you know, like in case I know, man, or something. I don't know. And the world's small, bro.
Do you know what? I didn't investigate that stuff. You know, I didn't ask
Yeah.
about any of that. I wanted to make it one experience.
I did.
Okay. That's your thing.
Interrogation. Interrogation, bro.
I'll be investigating shit. Yeah,
Serious.
that's what I do.
Why
man.
though?
Well, apparently, it's my
nah,
profession.
but
Apparently, I don't think you should put that in the equation. I think the moment you find out too much information, it makes
Gets
it too
scary,
intimate.
bro.
Yeah, I'd rather know less as possible, so I can just only
deny it later.
not even deny it. Yeah, I'm like, babe, I haven't known nothing about you. I can't feel this way. All I know is you got a nice house, a nice car.
Shit, man.
You taste like strawberries. Like that's enough for me to just go. I can leave.
51.
Shit, mate.
51.
Yeah, sometimes it matures.
What if you see the photo? What if you see the photo of her daughter and you're like, fuck,
Bro, you know what?
shit.
I think
To
you
be
should
honest,
share.
yeah, nah, oh, whoa. Whoa.
What?
Whoa. Me personally, I
I
was
said,
going
my
to say,
daughter's coming home. You come and meet my daughter, Paul. Come on. And then you go downstairs. You're like, oh my god.
Yeah,
I was
would
actually going to say I've already committed to the mum and that's cool and I, you know what I mean? I
No.
can take the L on the daughter.
I would
That's what I
tell
was
the
gonna
mum,
say.
I believe that sometimes in life, occasionally, you're driving straight and you go, oh my God, is that Harrods? Let me go and buy a jumper. And I would just like to go and buy a jumper and I don't feel like you should stop me. No, I'm just being serious. But, nah,
Bro,
man.
bro, we're learning, you know, today. This guy's teaching us
100%.
gems,
man. I would
how
just
to
like-
interview.
For me, I'll be like, Mummy, I don't even know what you expect from me, but I don't believe I'm willing to provide it. But over with your daughter, you can expect fantastic treatment for a long period of time in which that you.
So you've actually got a pitch for that. Like, if your daughter's leng and you're cool and I got your ear, there's a pitch for that.
In my head, it's just like, but what do you want from me? You want to prevent me from going to the promised land for what? I was never going to chill with you anyway.
We could all be friends.
We could all be friends. And do you know what? I'm not going to tell your daughter. I'll leave it up to you because I believe that is your role. If you love your daughter, tell her. And if she goes to me, why didn't you tell me? I was like, I felt like I should have left it to your mum first.
Wild.
And if it means that you don't want to talk to me no more,
Yeah.
it's Stamford. It's a bridge. You get over it, man.
I remember Ross and something. I won't say where from. Similar age, and I was downstairs trying to bill it. You know, trying to bill a zoo, and the son must have come downstairs. I didn't know his son was in the house.
No, that's all, man.
Son was like 19. I'm being honest.
Back out a
I'm
zombie
being
killer
honest.
on you,
My
bro.
boy is over there.
Zed
He knows,
came.
right, like, and the son came downstairs, and like he wanted like a roach. You get me? Like, let me get a roach.
Oh, so you split the split with the son?
No. See, so he came down looking for his shit. Like, I'm looking for a roach.
Grinder.
And he saw me with my shit and must have said, "Oh, you reckon I can get a roach?" I was like, "Sure."
Bed.
And in my head, all I thought was like, have I just violated him? Like, slightly, like, have I violated him?
Do you know why you haven't, yeah?
By beating my...
Let me show you why.
Go on.
Basically, yeah.
I feel like I violated him.
Nah, our generation of like 30-year-olds are the first generation of cool 30-year-olds.
It's true.
All the
though.
guys previously were just washed. They were
Old.
teachers, or like they were in lab works. They were. So like we're the cool ones, innit? We had with the rug. There's no rug in the house that we was in. So it kind of means that like you can move rugged. So you're sitting there and you're like, if we're being honest, like the fact that we thought like this 19-year-old has not thought like this. He's just looked at you as a big man. So now you're alone within this thought. So why be alone with this thought? Just leave the thought to run away and just go, I'm giving a youth man a roach. I'm a big man. I'm making a decision. Me and you are not age. And respectfully, do you know where I'm coming from? If your mum's made a decision. But it's because man can kind of listen to the same.
To your mum, bro.
When we were 19, when I was 19, I could not listen to the same music as a 30-year-old. But today, as a 30-year-old, I can listen to the same music as a 19-year-old.
100%.
Because I can relate to them more, I sympathise with them more. But at the end of the day, your mum's a big woman, fam.
But that you knows, but bro, when you were 19, my bro, if your mum was say 50 when you were 19, and there was a 30-year-old in your yard just moving,
I'll stab him in the leg.
You know this don is
stab
nowhere
him.
near your mum's
I'll
age,
stab him, bro.
You're
I'll
like,
stab him.
you know this though.
I'll stab him, fam.
That you knows, bro. That you knows I'm nowhere near his mum's age, bro.
Can't come in my yard.
Surely
bro.
though.
Next
I like.
I'll be real. I'm dropping out my mum, fam. Do you know something I can realise, yeah? Your mum is just a woman, fam. Some of you don't need to get over it. Like, I get the whole stigma of my mum. But do you know what? I don't mean to be rude. And I respect women. I've had sex with so many women. I'll be honest with you. Some of them were someone's mum. So it's like, how are we going to all go, oh, nah, brother, like... I respect the women that have that self-respect where they don't even make you feel like you can. I respect all women anyway, but you see the women that have that self-respect of this is not whatever you think it is. I love that.
Yeah.
Let me work for anything, just for your number, just to show you attention.
Yeah.
But you see all them guys that are like, oh, you can't chat to my mum like that. Brother, you think your mum cares? Your mum is outside, brother. You need to go talk to your mum, fam. Not being real, this is just hard.
It's true though, because first
Go
of all,
chat
it
to
couldn't
your
be my
mum.
mum.
Do you think people know if their mum's sexy? Like, if
I-
your mum,
I
like,
have
if your
a
mum
prejudice,
is
mum was
buff,
pissed.
like, do you know if your mum's buff? Like, because she's your mum.
You're doing bare stuff, fam.
Well, you don't know.
What in my Uber?
No,
you
come on,
going
bro.
mad.
That's a
You
fair
going mad.
question. It's a fair question,
I
bro.
think it's
Fair
not fair.
question, where?
Nah, I don't think it's fair, bro.
Why
I
am
think
I-
you're supposed to look at a next man's mum, not yours, bro.
How could I ever look at my mum and
Yeah,
ask if
it doesn't
she
even make
buff?
sense. It doesn't make sense, bro.
No.
You're supposed to just deny that even is a possibility, bro. You're supposed to look at some other
Unless
brother's
your
mum.
mum's Rihanna.
So when you was in like puberty and that.
Lad,
So
fam.
what? So when you was like in teenager puberty days and that. No one had a friend with like the mum who was.
Yeah,
kinda-
but that's because
Yeah,
you
yeah,
fancy
exactly.
her, though.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what
So
I'm
Does
saying.
he know? And here's what I'm saying. So say
That's
it was
what
my
Chris
man.
Brown, bro.
Say we all know his mum is the spice. We all know. We're kids, but his mum's buff, blood.
Yeah.
Does he know that his mum is?
I don't know. I don't care.
He don't look at his mum like that.
He wouldn't. It's his carer. She gave birth to
Like,
him,
does
his mum.
Beyonce? Like, I hear you because you know what? There are some women on planet Earth. Honestly, I'm like, God
Phenomenal.
literally took his time.
Yeah, he took his time,
God
blood.
bless you. I'll drink your
Handmade.
toilet water. Let you
Oh
your
my
fucking
God.
bath water. I love you.
God
I would go good 3 years without even touching you intimately. I just want to be around you. I want to.
Wow.
I want to breathe the same air as you.
I need to come to
There
the
are
parties
women
you
like
go
that.
to, bro.
But some of these women are incredible, bro.
Yeah.
Aesthetically, you're just like, wow. So I hear where you're coming from. But if you don't have that sense of mind to look at the situation like that, because you are the son,
Yeah.
be the son. Don't try to be the moon. Nah, fam, you ain't coming out at night time to pierce down this thing.
I should have asked this in a different way. I should have said I went down the wrong path. You know, I
Trust
went
me,
down the wrong
because
path.
you sound like you'll be your mum.
No, fam, please. No, fam, please. That's not my point, fam, please. No, please, sorry.
Whoa!
You're moving
Oh
back.
my God.
That's not my point.
There is a story, yeah, I found.
Yeah, let's move on.
Yeah, we'll move.
That
This
wasn't my
woman
point.
said, yeah.
That wasn't
This
my
woman
point.
said she had a threesome with a guy and her mum, fam. And the guy and the guy's mum, fam.
The guy and the guy's mum.
Brother, she said that. EA Sports, am I lying, bro? Remember the story about the guy, yeah? The woman that was sitting down and then she was about to like move to the guy, and then the guy said to his mum, "Come over here and do what you do best." And she started, and the mum started sucking his dick, bro.
What? On her son?
On her son, bro.
On our own sons.
Biological.
What?
And the woman had the same hairstyle as Julie.
Oh,
and
I'm done, man. The mat's got to go.
And like she was a bit big, brother, cause she was outside just beating the son and sexing up the mum as well. Bro, America's crazy, yo. But I don't know where we are right now anymore.
God, man.
What did you say?
People need God.
Oh yeah.
EA Sports should have warned you. This is where I could go. But I'm gonna go to a party after this as well. And someone's mom's gonna be in there. Don't do that. Don't do that. No.
Leg model.
Do you know what, women? You know, we need to start honestly appreciating the aesthetics of women. They are absolutely incredible, fam. We should honestly. They are our gods, fam. I look at women and I'm just like, not even in a sexual manner. Just look at them and appreciate the aesthetic.
Their beauty.
Wow.
I appreciate their personalities as well.
No, but you see the personality, it allows the exterior to look even better. I swear down. No, I'm being serious.
It does.
It makes me understand their dress sense,
Yeah.
their personality. No, like the reason why they make certain decisions and all that. I'm like, do you know what? I love you. Away from everything else, I love you.
Yeah.
And then eventually we
Their
get
strength.
there, guys. I listen to Future.
Their strength, man.
Not me, bro.
They raise families, man. You know what I mean? Role models, for real.
I don't even know what we're speaking about anymore, but this is what I want to say. I don't know how much of this podcast you can play music, but this is what I'm going to say.
Show me something, man.
Guys, this is what I want you to know.
Closing
Yeah?
statement. Closing statement.
I have my closing statement.
Go true.
In life, girls are going to cheat on you sometimes, and sometimes you're going to feel kind of embarrassed to tell your friends that your girl cheated on you.
Mm-hmm.
Like the way like it is, isn't it? Like women can say, this guy cheated on me. She gets a hell of a lot of sympathy, stereotypically in certain things in life. And do you know what? Rightly so. She deserves that sympathy. The guy was a prick. But with guys, I can tell you right now, I laugh at my friends. They've laughed at me. But in order for you to feel like you have one up on the situation, there's an artist that's released a song in 2014 that has the correct wording for you to realize that you shouldn't be embarrassed. I'm going to play the song. And
the outro,
I want you to really take it in and understand that you're not to blame, bro. Only the chosen ones. My brother, I'm speaking up for guys here. I'm a feminist, but I'm speaking up for the guys here. My brothers, if a girl cheats on you and she tries to boast on it, just say to her, baby girl, woo! Darling.
But you ain't.
I thought you were someone special, but you're not. And I think that's the best advice I can give any of the man them in life, man.
What an outro.
You're not special for cheating, bro.
That might be the best outro we've ever
You're
had
just
on the
part
podcast.
of a community of cheaters, and that ain't great.
You're just another victim.
You're just another victim, bro. And let's be honest, I'm a cheater though.
Cereal or
No, I don't eat breakfast. But I think that at times when I'm not so happy, I might. But right now I'm really happy and I couldn't imagine cheating.
Happy for you, bro.
respectfully. Yeah. Happy for you, bro.
Yeah, man.
I want to say thank you for making time for us.
Word.
'Cause
Seriously.
it's, it's important.
Seriously.
Time's actually a concept made by the English. There was no time. And in order for people to figure out what time trains are going to come in
What's in
at
that
King's Cross, I believe, they created time. So, shout out time.
Well, I respect you and what you do. Let me say it like that then. Let me reword it. I'm trying to be a journalist, fam. I respect you and what you do, and from the day I've ever met you, you've always been 100 with me.
I love you, man.
Yeah, you too, brother.
Pleasure
And I
to
just
have
feel
met you,
like,
Hey,
yo,
Gully, I
Pleasure to
love
have
you,
met you,
man.
bro.
deserve
Honestly.
everything you earned.
Pleasure.
You know what I mean? You
Thank
deserve
you.
everything you earned, bro.
No, let all the lads back at the. No, you're a cool guy, bro.
Hey, lads, I love you guys. Shout out the man there. All the lads at the police station. Suck your mother. All the guys in prison.
He doesn't mean
Listen,
that, Gov.
I mean it, Gov. Aye, all the brothers inside, you're not bad people. Some of you make questionable decisions. Fuck the law in this country. It's here to trap us anyway. We're gonna persevere 100%. Everyone that's lied to their mum, you gotta live with that, bro. Anyone that lied to their brethrens or snitched, cuz you think you're going to heaven. All the gal out here on their back, and that's the way they make money. I just feel like you're worth more. Sex sells, but I ain't buying it. What else is there? People, man, just be honest. We're living in a world where honesty is so underappreciated, and you feel like a lie will make you persevere. Jeffrey Epstein thought the same. What else, man? Stop idolizing people, man. People are humans. They make mistakes. If you idolize somebody, the moment they show you that they're human, you're upset with them. Leave Harry Kane alone.
That's fair. That's fair.
What else can I say, man? And yeah, stop trusting in certain situations which have consistently disappointed you. If England miss penalties, well, they've done it since '96. And if the government lets you down, well, they gave Boris Johnson a job. That just says everything. And guys that keep trusting girls that focus most of their time on image and Instagram, darling,
More for you.
like, you're an absolute idiot. I called you darling because you also focused on the things that I feel are quite stupid and distractive, like superficial stuff. If a girl is quite superficial, she's advertising herself, not to you. You are just here at the right time for her. The moment she makes some more money or some more followers, you would just be a distant memory, man. You'll be the thing in the past, like her behind. And what a great behind it is. Take care, everyone. I love you all. Remember, keep God first. Your parents are the most important thing, otherwise you wouldn't be here. And if you don't look after your children, you are a wanker.
Legendary. Legendary.
Thank you, bro.